Welcome to Bailey Park here in Uniontown. It's senior day for the Uniontown High School baseball team. 5 Red Raiders seniors honored before the start of tonight's game. They include Jack White, Christian Thomas, Tyler Hawk, Clay Dean, and Tanner Uphold as the Red Raiders get set to play a non-conference game today against the Brownsville Falcons. Uniontown 7-4 overall, 5-1 out of Section 2 and 4A. The Brownsville Falcons 2-8 overall. They're 1-7 in Section 4 out of 3A. As always, our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Brian Borozak along with you. Tone Hinola is going to join me for all of the exciting play-by-play action today. And we have Billy Dice behind the camera on our Facebook Live video feed here on a warm and pleasant Friday night for high school baseball action here in Uniontown at Bailey Park. They're going over some of the pregame announcements before the start of senior day. Also, our coverage today brought to you by Penn Residential, a human service agency that provides 24-hour, around-the-clock services and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and Essential Marcom, along with Amy's Quilt Room. Again, the Uniontown baseball team hosting their senior day. The Red Raiders coming off a pretty good week with a sweep over the Ringgold Rams. Uniontown tied for first place with Greater Latrobe in Section 2 and 4A. Both teams 5-1 in the conference. Uniontown now 7-4 overall. Laurel Highlands sitting a game back of the Red Raiders and the Wildcats at 4-2. Bell Vernon and Ringgold fighting for the final playoff spot in the conference. Both of those teams sitting at 2-4 in conference play. Albert Gallatin on the outside looking in at 0-6. And our first Red Raider senior is number 33, Clay Dean. Dean coming into this game with a .344 average for the Red Raiders. A home run and 10 RBIs. Congratulations to Clay Dean today. Uniontown wearing their home whites, maroon numbers here this afternoon. Brownsville in their away blacks with white numbers and yellow trim. Our next Red Raiders senior will be Tyler Hawk, wearing number 3. Tyler out with his family this evening as Clay Dean shakes hands with all of the Uniontown coaching staff led by Kenny Musco. The Red Raiders had a pretty good write-up as well in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette this past week. The headline was, the Red Raiders are winning and it's not basketball season. I think this Uniontown baseball team certainly has a great opportunity to make a fantastic run here in 2023. As the Dean family poses for some photos here on the pitcher's mound. Again, congratulations to Clay Dean and all of the Red Raiders seniors here today. Uniontown Athletic Director Harry Kaufman also out on the field as well tonight. As the Dean family walks towards the dugout. Now they'll bring out Tyler Hawk, our second of 5 Red Raiders seniors. Hawk family making their way around the diamond. We'll try to get to some of those senior day announcements as well. We're up here in the press box. The senior announcements being read from the dugout area. Now Tyler getting a little hug there from Harry Kaufman. And the rest of the Red Raider baseball coaching staff. Really couldn't have asked for a better night for senior day. As Tyler gets a little cookie cake and a couple of other senior gifts. Now he'll pose for some photos as well. Now the Hawk family making their way into the dugout. Our next Red Raiders senior, Christian Thomas. Christian pitched here at home, picked up the win against Ringgold on Wednesday. And what a career he's had for this Uniontown baseball program. Christian's had some key hits as well. Christian certainly has done a nice job on the mound as well for Uniontown so far this season. Entering this game with a 1-0 record, 2.92 ERA. Has had 5 appearances on the mound. Worked 24 innings, given up 22 hits, 13 runs, 10 of them earned, but struck out 25 and walked only 5 so far this season. As the Thomas family meets the Uniontown coaching staff. And Christian headed down to the Sunshine State to play collegiate baseball next year. The Red Raiders certainly are going to miss Christian Thomas. Now he'll get his senior gifts from fellow Red Raiders Wyatt Nails out there. Christian, I'm sure, will have a few more memorable starts before the season's said and done. And the Thomas family getting a final photo taken. Now they'll head into the dugout. Christian Thomas. Our 4th Red Raiders senior. Making his way out is Tanner Uphold. Of course, you saw a lot of Tanner during the winter as well, member of the Uniontown basketball team. He's done a nice job here on the diamond as well for Uniontown. The Uphold family with some hugs there at the Uniontown coaching staff. We saw Tanner's brother Trent play hoops for the Red Raiders a couple of years back as well. Now the final Uniontown senior here today is Jack White. Jack out there with his father Dan and mother as well. Done a nice job behind the dish for the Red Raiders this season. Now the White family will make their way around the diamond. No surprise, Jack plans to take up pre-law in college and take after his dad. Get a round of applause and make his way off to the Red Raider coaching staff and athletic director Harry Kaufman. Jack with a handshake there from Harry and the rest of the Red Raider coaches. And certainly Kenny Musco and the rest of this Red Raider coaching staff going to miss Jack White, Christian Thomas, Tyler Hawk, Clay Dean, and Tanner Uphold. Made some great contributions to this Uniontown program. As Tate Musco, Mason Kuhn, and Connor Hebda make their way out with these senior gifts for Jack White. And I'll wrap up our senior night festivities here from Bailey Park in Uniontown. Tony Hanola and I are back on the other side. We'll have the batting lineup for Brownsville and the defense for Uniontown. Also rejoin the radio side as well, getting you ready for the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Brownsville Falcons Senior Night here from Bailey Park on WMBS.
Can continue their season a little bit if they can keep on winning.
They're just trying to kind of build on this momentum. Had a nice sweep this week of the Ringgold Rams. They're tied with Greater Latrobe atop the Section 2 4A standings.
Right, and you know what? We said that from the get-go. We thought that Latrobe would be the jewel of the conference, and so far they have been. But Uniontown really just right on their heels and ready to go and playing some great baseball right now.
And those two teams will meet next week. In fact, we'll have the Greater Latrobe at Uniontown game for you coming up on Monday night here from Bailey Park at 7 o'clock. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the Brownsville batting lineup and the defense for Uniontown. The Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
For bankruptcy is not something that anyone wants to do. Good people sometimes run into hard times, and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalev & White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley, Mahalev & White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life. Zebley, Mahalev & White. It's gonna be all right.
The Silverado Roundup is going on now at C. Harper Chevy East in New Alexandria.
We have extra inventory of 2022-23 Silverado 1500 crew cabs, and they're priced to move.
All this month, you can save up to $10,000 on a new Silverado with special financing and employee pricing. Plus, stop in to C. Harper Chevy East in April and enter to win a trip to Las Vegas. Hurry in to C. Harper Chevy East because a deal like this won't last long.
The sale ends April 30th, 2023.
That sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
What is it, Jared? Can I get a drum roll, please? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the sounds of spring. As always, you have birds chirping and kids playing. But as a bonus, you will be able to hear my brother practicing drums. Okay. Well, maybe the sounds of spring are not equally pleasant, I would say. But at Henry Stewart Audiology, my dad will help you hear them all. 3 convenient locations to serve you: Uniontown, Carnersville, and Carmichael. Call 724-439-4380 today.
That sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon has spent his life helping others. Now, in his 18th year of service, continuous supervisor and is seeking re-election. Democrats can vote for Rick because he's on your ballot. And Republicans, you can write in Rick Vernon on your paper ballot. Let's keep a great team together so Rick can continue to work hard with fellow Republican supervisors Bob Schiffbauer and Jason Scott. Vote for Rick Vernon for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
For farm fresh dairy products, stop in Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Route 40 at Briar Hill. Enjoy delicious hot deli items available Monday through Friday. Eat in or take out. Jackson Farms Dairy Store features quality dairy products. The most delectable homemade ice cream you'll ever eat. And now available at Jackson Farms is our own farmhouse cheddar cheese and cheese curds. Why not stop in Jackson Farms today?
Farm fresh milk, straight off the farm. Jackson Farms.
Brian Rozak and Tony Hanola back here at Bailey Park. The Brownsville Falcons taking on the Uniontown Red Raiders. Brownsville to bat here in the top half of the first. Here's Tony with our lineup.
All right, the starters for Scooter Roebuck's team tonight for the Brownsville Falcons. Leading off will be center fielder Derek Tarpley. Batting second will be shortstop Davey Timko. In the third spot will be third baseman Hunter Pelahak. Cleanup will be the first baseman Rylan Johnson. Batting number 5 will be left fielder Trenton Weibel. Batting sixth will be right fielder John Vassbinder. Batting seventh will be the starting pitcher tonight, Gene Thorpe. Batting eighth will be Ben Vojacek, playing second base. And batting ninth will be the catcher, Bryce Horabik. For the Uniontown Red Raiders defensively, Tanner Uphold will start in left field, Christian Thomas in center, Tyler Hawk in right. On the infield, left to right, it'll be Wyatt Nails at third, Austin Grego at short, Mason Coons at second base, Tate Musco at first. Behind the dish will be senior Jack White, and the starting pitcher today will be Clay Dean for the Red Raiders.
And we're back with the opening pitch of this game tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders taking on the Brownsville Falcons. Our broadcast presented by Penn Residential, a human service agency that provides 24-hour, around-the-clock services and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, along with Essential Marcom and Amy's Quilt Room. More on the way next as we get ready for Brownsville and Uniontown tonight from Bailey Park.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim White.
Hey everyone, I'm John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly. I'm on my way to your next Fayette County Commissioner. I will stand firm on the Constitution and my faith. And like I always, fear ain't in this house, and it won't be in the Commissioner's office either. Standing up for Fayette County is my #1 priority. Pennsylvania needs good leaders. Courage is contagious, so get ready to ride. The posse is forming. A vote for me is a vote for we the people. I will always be a servant. It's time for change. It's time for we the people. Vote for John Marietta for Fayette County Commissioner. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Paid for by John Marietta for We the People.
Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt room located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom, welcoming sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. You'll stitch fabric in friendship with every project. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in to see them at 20 West Penn Street, Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
The Silverado Roundup is going on now at C. Harper Chevy East in New Alexandria.
We have extra inventory of 2022-23 Silverados 1500 crew cabs, and they're priced to move.
All this month, you can save up to $10,000 on a new Silverado with special financing and employee pricing. Plus, stop in to C. Harper Chevy East in April and enter to win a trip to Las Vegas. Hurry in to C. Harper Chevy East because a deal like this won't last long.
The sale ends April 30th, 2023.
Back here at Bailey Park, and Tony Hanola really couldn't ask for a better night for high school baseball.
Absolutely perfect, Brian. Great weather, and hopefully the rain that they're calling for holds off till after 11 o'clock. Hopefully the meteorologists are right this time.
Yeah, they're certainly calling for a wet Saturday. Hopefully the rain stays away tonight. They're going into the national anthem. We'll step aside for a quick 60-second timeout, and then be back with the first pitch, Brownsville and Uniontown here on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network.
Penn Residential is a fast-growing human services agency serving individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. They are currently seeking full-time and part-time direct support professionals to provide direct care and support at our residential homes. Their DSPs partners with adults and children, and their circles of support help them achieve independence, growth, and happiness through high-quality, creative services. Candidates must possess good communication skills, have a valid state driver's license, clean driving record over the past 3 years, and have reliable transportation. At Penn Residential, DSP positions start at $16 an hour, and you'll receive full benefit package after 90 days. Penn Residential is a licensed and qualified provider under Pennsylvania's DPW's Office of Developmental Programs. Our homes serve residents in Fayette, Washington, and Westmoreland counties in southwestern Pennsylvania. For more information about current career opportunities, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers. Penn Residential Inc. is an equal opportunity employer.
Back here at Bailey Park, just about set to go, the Brownsville Falcons and the Uniontown Red Raiders. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Billy Dice behind the camera, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. And Tony, look at this Brownsville program. Certainly have been struggling a little bit over the last 2 years, just 2-8 this year, 1-7 in conference play. But you go back and look at their history. They actually had a 9-year stretch of making the WPIAL playoffs in consecutive seasons. It was actually just broken last year. And, of course, you go back to 2018. This team was in the state semifinals. In fact, came very close to getting to a PIAA championship game.
Right, and it's just one of those times when it's just a down year for Coach Scooter Roebuck and his staff. I mean, really, Brownsville's not used to this, that's for sure. They've been spoiled making the playoffs 9 straight years. But, you go through these spells every once in a while, and, just got to kind of see what happens. I mean, I'm looking at the starting lineup tonight. You only have 2 seniors starting, so that's one good thing. I mean, you're playing again for now and for the future, so hopefully that these kids will get some experience and be ready to go either next year or, hopefully it'll carry on this year, but it's going to be a pretty tough stretch for them to make the playoffs. So.
And Brownsville coming off a 4-10 season, their last playoff appearance back in 2021. They went 6-10, but almost upset South Park in the first round of the playoffs. Actually brought you that game here on WMBS. The Falcons falling to the Eagles by a 7-5 score. They lost to Avonworth in the 2019 first round. Of course, there's no high school baseball in 2020 due to COVID, but that 2018 run was really special, Tony. They won a WPIAL championship, had WPIAL playoff wins over Valley, Riverside, then won the championship game over Avonworth, knocked off Mercyhurst Prep in the first round of the state playoffs, shut out Bald Eagle up at Slippery Rock, and if it wasn't for a pitcher maybe punching a wall there, Tony, they would have been in a state championship game.
Yeah, very well could have been, and that was one of those things, just a little too aggressive, and it might have cost his team, but you're right. I mean, they had a great run, and, they've always had great baseball teams at Brownsville as far back as I can remember. So, like I said, it's just one of those years, and I'm sure Scooter's working with them and trying to get them better for it, for the future.
I'm sure they will bounce back as Clay Dean getting set to face Derek Tarpley, and we'll get this game underway. First pitch from Dean, in there for a strike, and the count 0-1 for Dean. This is a 7th appearance on the mound this season. Has not recorded a decision. 6.63 ERA, has worked 6 1/3 innings, given up 9 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned, struck out 8 and walked 6 so far this season. He's ahead 0-2 here against Tarpley, who swings and misses with the 0-1.
Well, and you're right, he hasn't seen a lot of experience this year, but the thing of it is, it's a non-conference game, a non-section game, so he's going to get a shot here tonight, and hopefully he can blossom and pitch pretty well here for the Red Raiders tonight.
0-2 a little high and inside, takes the count to 1-2, but certainly a good spot to get Dean some reps here against Brownsville.
Oh, for sure, because you never know, even down the road, you may need some more pitching in the playoffs. You don't know what's going to happen.
The 1-2 pitch, a little low into the dirt. Good block there from Jack White. Evens up the count at 2-2. We talked about these regular season series to wrap up for Uniontown. Two big series coming up against Greater Latrobe and Laurel Highlands. Of course, Greater Latrobe tied with Uniontown atop the conference. Laurel Highlands just a game back.
Right, and as we said, Brian, I mean, we thought it would come down to the end. And, you know, a lot of teams are pretty equal overall. But like I said, really right now, Uniontown controls their own destiny for the next 4 games.
2-2 was a little high. Takes us to 3-2. And now Dean's payoff pitch here to Derek Tarpley on the way, and Tarpley hits it high in the air, deep to right field, moving over towards the line in foul territory, but able to track it down. There was Tyler Hawk.
You just hope Hawk. It looked like he kind of hit a hole out there. You hope he didn't turn his ankle or anything like that. Walking okay, but looked like he might have taken a tumble out there.
Couple groundhog holes out there, maybe, Tony?
Something.
They've done a nice job, though, with this field at Bailey Park. And a brand new press box for us for the 2023 season as well. Payoff pitch again to Tarpley again, well hit. Again going in Hawk's direction, this time on a line. Tyler able to make the catch for the first down of the inning as Tarpley retired. And that'll bring up Davey Timko, the 5'8", 175 senior, making his first plate appearance.
Well, and actually you can see out in right field, Brian, where the new scoreboard's going to be. You can see this.
Oh, I see that, yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to my buddy Ricky Ezzi. He said they actually just put those up today. They're getting ready for the new scoreboard to be put up.
Maybe we'll actually see it on Monday. You never know. The first pitch in there for Timko for a strike, 0-1. I'm sure they'd love to have it for the Uniontown Laurel Highlands game a week from Monday.
I don't know if Ricky's putting it up or not, though. He's not putting it up next week.
0-1 on the way. And therefore a strike again, 0-2 now to Timko. Not only would you have to put it up, you'd also have to get the wiring all down, too. Yeah. Not an easy process.
No, but now he told me that's down in right field. That's exactly where we're going to put it.
That's why you have that little gap there next to the bright stripe sign. 0-2 pitch. Just off the plate takes us to 1-2. Good to see Uniontown Athletic Director Harry Kaufman down the right field line. Brought his dog out with him to the game tonight.
Man's best friend.
Yes. And now the 1-2 from Dean to Timko. A little low, even up the count at 2-2. And Tony, I'm excited to try. I understand they have down at the concession stands tonight some type of donut holes with a topping and pulled pork. I saw the post on it earlier on today, and it looked delicious.
Looks interesting, there's no doubt.
2-2 on the way. Went a little low. Takes us full now to 3-2. I understand our colleague Steve Superick was coming down just to hit up the concession stand. Is that a surprise, though?
He's got to try that. He got your text, and he said, okay, I'm coming.
3-2 on the way. Timko, hard hit ball on the ground and through on the left side in a left field. Tanner Uphold with a relay in, but a one-out single here for Timko. And the Falcons in business here in the top half of the first inning.
Yeah, a nice shot there just out of the reach of Wyatt Nails, who got the start today at third. Normally Clay Dean, the starting third baseman, but with him on the mound, Nails got the start just out of his reach. That was a shot by Timko. Nice hit.
Gene Thorpe will be opposing Clay Dean on the Brownsville side on the mound. Hunter Pelahak now at the plate. Pelahak takes the first pitch high and inside. We're talking about the athletic Pelahak family. He was on the Brownsville football team we saw in the fall play against Uniontown. His sister Angela, a great player back in the day as well for the Brownsville girls basketball team.
Well, and he's only a sophomore, so he's got
a
lot to go. Yeah.
Pelahak hitting that one high in the air and foul on the right side. Another good crowd out here for a Friday night, senior night for the Uniontown Red Raiders, as you would expect. Scooter Roebuck, a longtime Brownsville coach, coaching third base for the Falcons here today. We'll throw over to first. Back safely there is Timko. And if they could steal a win here, Tony, even a non-conference game over Uniontown certainly be something they could build on this season, but not going to be easy against this Red Raider team that's really peaking at the right time of the season. Runner going here.
Oh, wow.
What a snag, and a double play turned at first as Tate Musco able to glove down the line, drive, step on the first base bag, and double off Timko. So a heads-up play there from Musco, and the side retired here in the top half of the first inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless, Brownsville and Uniontown here on the CR Browner Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Central Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Are you a small business owner who needs marketing help? Whether you're seeking a marketing professional to partner with on an ongoing basis or need assistance with a specific project, you'll want the expertise found at Central Marcom. Central Marcom specializes in working with clients to build brands and establish effective messaging to reach customers. Whether you're starting up or expanding your business or need guidance on naming, logo design, website development, or how to effectively use social media, contact Dana at Central Marcom. Dana's experience spans 18 years and includes working with local businesses as well as national and international brands on various types of marketing projects. Learn more about Central Marcom's capabilities and view their portfolio at centralmarcom.com. That's ESSENTIALMARCOM.com or email Dana at centralmarcom.com.
Moving down to the bottom of the first inning, here's Tony to set the Uniontown batting lineup.
All right, leading off for the Uniontown Red Raiders will be second baseman Mason Coons. He'll be followed by first baseman Tate Musco. Batting third, shortstop Austin Grego. In the cleanup spot will be third baseman Wyatt Nails. Batting fifth will be the pitcher Clay Dean. Batting sixth, center fielder Christian Thomas. Batting seventh will be right fielder Tyler Hawk. In the eighth spot will be left fielder Tanner Uphold. And batting ninth will be catcher Jack White. Defensively for Brownsville, the left fielder will be Trenton Weibel. Center field will be Derek Tarpley. Right field will be John Vassbinder. Around the horn, left to right in the infield, third base will be Hunter Pelahak. Shortstop Davey Timko. Second baseman Ben Vajasic. First base will be Rylan Johnson. Behind the plate will be Bryce Horabik. And on the mound will be Gene Thorpe with the start for the Falcons.
Now Mason Kuhn will lead things off. The junior second baseman batting .269 with 6 RBIs for Uniontown so far this season. Again, facing Gene Thorpe on the mound for Brownsville. And Thorpe's first pitch swinging there from Kuhn. High in the air to shallow right and just goes foul. As it had Vassbinder on the run there, trying to track that one down in foul territory, Tony.
He gave a good effort. He covered a lot of ground there trying to get there. But I'll tell you what, fortunate the ball was foul because good speed by Coons probably would have had an easy double.
Brownsville actually retired in order, but it wasn't in order actually in the top half of the first inning. Tarpley flying out. Timko got a single, but Pelahak with a line drive caught by Musco doubled off Timko on the first base bag. And the 0-1, that called a strike there, ruled inside. Looks like Musco kind of stepped away from umpire, threw out his right hand, but not sure if that was saying it was inside off the plate or if it was a strike.
Yeah, not sure.
The next pitch here from Thorpe on the way to Musco. That one for sure inside.
He's going to give you a guy didn't catch his fingers.
I think it was 2-1.
I do too.
It means the pitch preceding that was a ball and not a strike. And this ball, again, hit on the line to
That's going to stay
deep
fair.
right, and that ball just goes foul again.
I thought that one was going to stay fair. They're kind of tracking there for a minute. Coons trying to take him the other way, taking that outside pitch. And just missed a couple extra base hits.
Mason's dad, J.C. Kuhn, checked in on our live stream the other day. Always nice to see J.C. on at the game, former boxer in the Uniontown area. Always a big fan of watching him fight back in the day, Tony.
He was tough.
Yes, he was. 2-2 now on the way to Mason, a little low. Takes us 4-3-2.
Well, I shouldn't make that past tense. I'm sure he's still tough.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So
you don't want to come up here and mess with
No,
him.
I don't. I don't feel like that.
Guys might be in the same weight class. You never know.
I'm a heavyweight.
3-2 on the way. Line drive through on the left side. Again, good diving attempt there from Timko. Goes to the left field, and Trenton Weibel with a relay in, but a leadoff single to left for Mason Kuhn. And the Red Raiders in business here in the bottom of the first inning with Tate Musco coming to the plate.
And a good at-bat there by Mason. Did a nice job fouling off a couple pitches and then able to pull that one in between the hole between short and third and start this off with a base hit for the Red Raiders.
Now Tate, the junior first baseman today, batting .306 with 8 RBIs. He's showing bunt. Facing Thorpe here, runner going, pulls back. Pitch was dropped there by Horobic, and into second safely is Mason Kuhn. And Musco really gave the Red Raiders a great game on the mound on Tuesday on the road at Ringgold. As Uniontown picked up a 5-0 win, Musco went 6 innings, getting the victory on Tuesday. I'm sure he'll be one of the starters either Monday or Tuesday against Greater Latrobe this week. He'll foul that one off.
Yeah, and I think that showing bunt there was pretty much just to get Mason Kuhn in scoring position.
I agree.
Take that pitch. I don't
That's
think you really.
Kuhn's singular, too.
I'm sorry.
Just to make sure you're phonetically correct there. I don't want Mason's dad, JC, getting sore at you about that.
No, I don't either.
Next one there to Tate. Just off the plate.
Drop the S, right?
Yes, drop the S.
Drop the
Just
S.
Kuhn, singular.
Gotcha.
That's the 2-1. It's our buddy Tom up here before the start of the game as well. Long time baseball fan in the area. As that one hit on the ground. Got a bad hop, but able to regain and step on first to record the out there is Rylan Johnson. That ball kind of ate up Johnson. Goes 3 unassisted as advancing down to third is Kuhn. So one out here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, it came up on him, but he actually squared himself up and able to block it and keep it in front of him, make the easy play. So nice play over there by Johnson at first.
And I'll bring up Austin Grego. And boys, he done a nice job at the plate this season, Tony, batting .417. The homer and 12 RBIs. First pitch from Thorpe, a little low and inside. I think it's the 1-0.
I know when you start looking at 2, 3, 4, 5 hitters, I mean, you're talking about Musco with 8 RBIs, Grego 12, Nails with 16, and Clay Dean with 10. So you got some RBI, you got some delivery right there.
1-0 to Grego, low and outside. Good block there from Horobic. Back on the third base bag is Mason Kuhn.
Yeah, Mason not with a very big lead. Actually just looking to get a nice fly ball here. Grego pick up his 13th RBI.
Throw from the stretch again, that one getting by Horobic this time. But Kuhn deciding just to wait here on the third base bag for now, with one out here in the inning.
Now, it didn't get too far out of reach.
You don't have a lot of room back there.
No.
No reason to risk it early on. Of course, Red Raider head coach Kenny Musco coaching third. From the stretch again here is Thorpe. Next pitch to Grego, chopped foul here on the near side. Crowds have been great down here at Bailey this season, Tony.
They've had, I'll tell you what, it's, well, you know what, this team's fun to watch. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And, you know, when you're winning, people come out and watch. And they've done a nice job. And really, we said that before, Kenny Musco really turned his program around.
That one again chopped.
But yeah, nice, first off, nice night for baseball, senior night. And you're right. I mean, a lot of people here, and you can see it on both sides, down the first base and the third base lines.
You get out tonight and enjoy it, because I don't know how good the weather's going to be the rest of the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're going to watch much baseball tomorrow.
Thorpe's next pitch to Grego, hit high in the air, and this one to shallow right center. Will actually be the second baseman, Vajasek, backing up to make the catch. That ball in the deep infield, no opportunity there for Kuhn to attempt to go home. This goes as F4 as Grego retired for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, it just wasn't deep enough for Mason to give it a try. Grego just kind of got under that pitch just a little bit. If not, I think he might have driven it into the gap there between between center and right.
I bring up Wyatt Nails, junior, playing third base today, .378 average, 2 homers and 16 runs driven in, and he swings to the first pitch. We'll get another RBI here, sending it into left field. Relay coming in from Trenton Weibel as Mason Kuhn scores the game's first run, and Wyatt Nails now 17 RBIs on the season driving in Kuhn there as Uniontown takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and a good start because really you didn't want to strand that runner here in this first inning. So Nails picks up his 17th RBI.
Now bring up Clay Dean. Dean takes that one low and outside, and advancing down to second there is Nails.
And again, another runner in scoring position for Uniontown with
Actually,
2 outs.
We dropped our radio feed here, Tony, so call back. Did not even get the indication that we dropped off the line. Mr. Barczyk letting us know. We appreciate that. As Clay Dean rips one into center field. Goes there to Derek Tarpley with a relay coming in.
You have a choice for your
Nails
physical
holds at
therapy
third.
provider. NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day
Now
appointments,
runners on
and
the corners.
oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us.
Wait
We
for our
will make
radio
sure that
audience to rejoin
You are treated
us.
as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
We welcome back in our radio audience. Uniontown now leading Brownsville by a score of 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. An RBI from Wyatt Nails, driving in Mason Kuhn for the game's first run. Red Raiders, though, Tony, not done yet. They have runners on the corners now with Christian Thomas at the plate.
Yeah, we have a courtesy runner at first. I didn't catch the number as he came in.
It's like number 1, Tyler Gasper. Gasper's done a lot of courtesy running this season for Uniontown, and now Thomas at the plate. He'll take that pitch for a ball. Inning started with a single from Mason Kuhn. Then Tate Musco retired 3 unassisted. Austin Grego popping up to deep second base. And then Wyatt Nails RBI single driving in Kuhn. And Clay Dean with a single, sending Nails to third. And another ball getting through on the left side. So that will score Nails. It'll be an RBI for Christian Thomas, his 6th of the season. Now a 2-0 lead for Uniontown. They've had 3 straight singles here in this bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, we were worried about him stranding Kuhn on the third base, and all of a sudden, the offense is exploding here in the bottom of the first inning. And you're right, another RBI for Christian Thomas. We said the average is deceiving for him. He just started out a little bit slow and just having a tough time picking that average up.
Now Tyler Hawk, first pitch swinging ground ball here to third, and making the play, Hunter Pelahak, 5 unassisted on the fielder's choice to end the inning. So we've played an inning, and the Uniontown Red Raiders a 2-0 lead over the Brownsville Falcons here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night. Broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Essential Marcom, and Amy's Quilt Room.
Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt room located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom, welcoming sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. You'll stitch fabric in friendship with every project. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in to see them at 20 West Penn Street, Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. I have experience in workplace accident cases for nearly 15 years. If you've been hurt at work and are trying to navigate a workers' compensation claim, are you being treated unfairly by your employer? When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work, but you may not be physically ready to do that. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call us at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Back here at Bailey Park, moving to the top of the second inning. Uniontown a 2-0 lead over the Brownsville Falcons. It'll be Rylan Johnson, Trenton Weibel, and John Vassbinder due up for Brownsville here in the top of the second. Clay Dean on the mound for Uniontown. First pitch swinging there. Ground ball going to short, and Austin Grego making the throw over to Tate Musco to retire Rylan Johnson 6-3 for the inning's first out.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Clay Dean wants to see. One pitch, one out. Make it quick, save your pitch count, get back in and try to hit again.
And, of course, with this being a non-conference game, and, of course, you have a big conference series coming up against Greater Latrobe on Monday and Tuesday, you certainly want to protect your pitchers here tonight. Don't want to use any arms that you might want to use Monday or Tuesday, and just make sure the guys are all well rested. Another first pitch swinging fouled off there on the right side from Weibel, the 6'2". Listen, 135 pounds, Tony, junior. Very tall, but lean.
Let's see, I think we have some numbers here. Let's see, he's 6'2", 135.
That's what I said, 6'2",
Wow.
135,
Yeah.
yep. Takes that one for a strike, and he's behind 0-2. Playing left field here today for the Falcons. They try to retrieve that last foul ball. Start worrying about poison ivy this time of the year growing up a little bit.
That's like the baseball graveyard up there.
Yes.
There's got to be a million of them up there.
Yep. They're easier to find about a week or two ago before some of the grass and shrubs started growing up for the season. With some of the warmer weather we've had over the last couple of weeks, that grass growing a bit now. 0-2 again, Dean to Weibel. Weibel swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Clay Dean. Now his 9th strikeout of the season, and we have 2 away here in the top half of the second inning.
Yeah, and a nice breaking pitch there. Just got Weibel reaching a little bit. He was sitting on the fastball. Just couldn't catch up to the breaking pitch and ends up going down for the first strikeout of the game for Dean.
Now bring up John Vassbinder, the right fielder for Brownsville here today. Dean's first pitch to Vassbinder, swing and a miss, 0-1. Vassbinder, a 6', 160 sophomore. Don't have any stats on the Falcons, other than the fact they entered this game with a 2-8 overall record. 0-1 now from Dean to Vassbinder. A little low and outside. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, it looked like he just kind of tried to overthrow that pitch a little bit.
Like those Brownsville uniforms, though, Tony. They're sharp. All black, white numbers, gold trim.
That's it, the black and gold of the Falcons.
Now the 1-1, Dean to Vassbinder. Misses low again, takes it to 2-1.
And you're right, with the 2 huge conference games coming up on Monday and Tuesday, you don't want to use any pitching that you might use in that series.
2-1 pitch, high and inside, takes us to 3-1. That's why you try to get as much as you possibly can from Dean tonight. Brownsville next week, they'll have a series against McGuffey. They're on the road at McGuffey for a game Monday night. They'll host McGuffey on Tuesday, then play a non-conference game next Friday against Charleroi. Swing and a miss there from Vassbinder. I think we're full now, 3-2.
Yeah, that's what I have too.
And the final conference series of the year for Brownsville will be against Greensburg-Salem, May 1st and 2nd, but they have some work to do, certainly on the outside, looking in for a WPIAL playoff spot as Dean walks Vassbinder there, so a 2-out walk issued, and then I'll bring up the pitcher, Gene Thorpe. It's interesting, though, Tony. We'll see Brownsville again on our WMBS schedule later on this season. They'll be the opponent for Laurel Highlands Senior Night as well on May the 8th over at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. So Brownsville gets the honor of being the senior night opponent for both Uniontown and Laurel Highlands. Well hit ball there, but doing a great job at second base. Mason Kuhn kept it in front of him and made the play for unassisted to retire the lead runner Vassbinder for the 3rd out of the inning. So Brownsville strands 1 here in the 2nd. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. 2-0 Uniontown over Brownsville on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night. Broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Essential Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
The Silverado Roundup is going on now at C. Harper Chevy.
We have extra inventory of 2022-23 Silverados 50-100 crew cabs, and they're priced to move.
All this month, you can save up to $10,000 with special financing and employee pricing on all new Silverados. Plus, stop in to C. Harper Chevy in April and enter to win a trip to Las Vegas. Hurry in to C. Harper Chevy because a deal like this won't last long.
Sale ends April 30th, 2023.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220.
Are you a small business owner who needs marketing help? Whether you're seeking a marketing professional to partner with on an ongoing basis or need assistance with a specific project, you'll want the expertise found at Essential Marcom. Central Marcom specializes in working with clients to build brands and establish effective messaging to reach customers. Whether you're starting up or expanding your business or need guidance on naming, logo design, website development, or how to effectively use social media, contact Dana at Essential Marcom. Dana's experience spans 18 years and includes working with local businesses as well as national and international brands on various types of marketing projects. Learn more about Essential Marcom's capabilities and view their portfolio at essentialmarcom.com. That's ESSENTIALMARCOM.com or email Dana at essentialmarcom.com.
Back here at Bailey Park, the Uniontown Red Raiders leading the Brownsville Falcons 2-0. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Billy Dice behind the camera, Nick Barczyk back inside our WPIAL Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Uniontown sent 7 men to the plate in the bottom of the first, scored 2 runs. It'll be Tanner Uphold, Jack White, and Mason Kuhn here in the second. Hitters 8, 9, and 1, and Uphold to lead things off. Takes the first pitch for a ball from Gene Thorpe.
And I had Thorpe with 18 pitches in that first inning. That's unofficial, obviously.
Red Raiders making them work a little bit. Thorpe's 1-0, a little low there to Uphold. Of course, we've seen the majors certainly speed up the game. I actually saw, Tony, that college football this coming fall is going to adopt the NFL rules of running the clock during the game instead of stopping it for first downs, trying to cut down on the time of their games as well. So it's a trend going all the way around, and a fly ball bouncing in front of Derek Tarpley in center field. Tarpley kind of pulled up a little bit for that one. And Uphold with a leadoff single to center for Uniontown. And Tony, right now 4 of the last 5 Red Raiders have picked up singles in this game. You go back to the first inning. Of course, Hawk retired to end the first after Uniontown had a little stretch of base hits there in the bottom of the first inning. Runner going. Now off the mound, making the throw down to second.
Wow.
Not in time there was Thorpe. So you get a stolen base from Uphold. And Thorpe wasn't aware that Uphold was running. Could have had him dead to rights there, but didn't make the initial throw in time.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I didn't know if he thought he was going to the plate or what. And really, Thorpe, you know, it's tough whenever you're on the mound like that and somebody takes off. It's like, okay, what do I do first? But just didn't step back in time and throw back to second base.
Thorpe's first pitch to White in there for a strike. And I would assume Thorpe, like Dean, probably not in the regular rotation for Brownsville, this being a non-conference game. I mean, they're approaching it the same way as the Red Raiders would. They had a conference series earlier on this week on Tuesday and Wednesday, and they'll play Monday and Tuesday conference games upcoming as White takes a strike there. And they're not going to use their top guys here in a non-conference game, and why would you?
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we said that the section schedule is really quick. And you know what? You got to have a lot of arms to be in the playoffs.
White popping that one up in the infield, going right to the first baseman, Rylan Johnson, who makes the grab for the first out of the inning. I think the only non-conference series where you might see your starters being used, of course, either at the start of the season or those games coming up on May 8th and 9th. Teams will play. They likely won't have the playoffs starting until the 15th and 16th. So you probably want to give your number 1 and your number 2 some rep in those games if you have the opportunity to do it. Right now, I don't think Uniontown even has any games scheduled May 8th and 9th. Both Brownsville and Laurel Highlands do. And now you have Kuhn from the top of the order fouling one off. Brownsville will play at Laurel Highlands on the 8th, and they'll play a game on the 11th. Uniontown's last regular season game for now on May 4th against Mount Pleasant. They might have a 11 or 12-day stretch without a game if they can't get someone scheduled. And I think it's going to come down to, are they at the number of 20 or not?
Exactly.
If they're below 20 games, they can get another game or 2 scheduled. But if they're sitting at 20, then they're kind of out of options aside from maybe playing a scrimmage once the playoffs get announced, as Kuhn swings and misses there and now has 2 strikes on him.
Well, and the only thing about that is you have to find another team that hasn't played.
Correct.
20.
Yep.
You know, and that's tough to do. You know, you
and
may
a team that's a similar skill level too that wants to play.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, you're not going to have a single A team maybe wanting to play in. You might not have a top 6A team that wants to get into a game with you either. And there's Kuhn sending that one foul down the left field line.
Well, you know, the thing about that is you may, only because like a single A or double A team, doesn't want to have that long of a layoff either.
Correct.
So, you may end up, getting a game like that, but it's one of those things where you have to work it out to where both teams can do it.
2 strikes on him. Kuhn swinging again. Another rip. This one down the right field line, and it's a fair ball. Uphold around third. He'll head to the plate. Here comes the relay from Vassbinder. Sliding into second safely with a double there is Mason Kuhn, who's now 2 for 2 today. Picks up an RBI, his 7th of the season. Driving in Tanner Uphold, and the Red Raiders increase their lead now to 3-0 over Brownsville.
And a nice piece of hitting there again. We saw him pull one down the line here, foul left. And then he hits one down the other side, ends up getting a double out of it. So nice job there by Mason. And picked up the RBI easily.
Now Tate Musco will come to the plate. Into a fielder's choice. 3 unassisted first time up, advancing Kuhn in the process. He'll swing at the first pitch here. Chopper through on the right side. Kuhn's rounding third. He's on his way to the plate. Relay comes in, and it's 4-0 Red Raiders, as Musco picks up an RBI, his 9th of the season.
And right now, these Red Raiders, we can see why they're in second place in the section right now. I mean, they're hitting the ball well, playing good defense, and peaking probably at the right time.
2 already scored in the first, now 2 here in the second. And a lead up to 4-0, keeping Billy Dice busy on the scoreboard tonight as well, along with the camera. And off the plate there, Musco. Another situation where Thorpe might have had him there, Tony. Hesitated, did not make a throw. And Musco was trying to run there before the pitch.
Yeah, you got to wonder what they're seeing. I mean, is he tipping something, or you know what I mean?
He's going to check him this time and tape back safely.
I mean, interestingly, because like I said, Uphold did the same thing, took off before he even made a motion to the plate.
And Tate's really turned himself in. He's always been a good player, but certainly a very well-rounded player now for the Red Raiders. Number 2 as far as the pitching depth on this Uniontown team goes. Solid in the field, playing first base, great at the plate. And I think all that Kenny was really wanted to get out of his son for sure.
Ooh. Wow, that was close.
And a throw over to first, as you said, Tony, close again.
Yeah, he was leaning. There was no doubt about that.
Could have came at the wrong time as I was singing his praises.
Well, yeah, that normally happens.
Runner going again. Grego fouls that one off, so Tate will have to head back to first.
Yeah, just fortunate to get back.
And Tony, we got some treats up here. Have to thank the folks down there in the concession stand of the boosters.
This is from Amy's Quilt Room, you say? Nice.
Nice. We appreciate that. They're coming off a Quiltapalooza this past weekend, I understand.
It's in process right now as we
still
speak.
Going on? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Slowing outside. That was just maybe a 1 or 2 day event.
I don't know. My bride left Wednesday, and she's not coming back till Monday. So,
wow.
Yes, it's so she's really getting Quiltapalooza'd.
You've been batching it in the last couple days.
Yeah.
Appreciate them sending that up. Folks at Amy's Quilt Room always take care of us. Next one on the way, a little one-hopper, getting away from the catcher Harabic, and that will allow Musco to try to get down to third. Close play and ruled safe.
Now, a nice slide. Really nice job there. Musco saw where the throw was going to be. Kind of slid on the outside of the bag and able to reach back. And a good job there to avoid the tag.
I think they heard us talking about those donut rolls earlier, Tony.
Well, I tell everybody that's I didn't get this way by looking at it.
Correct. Next pitch on the way from Grego. Popped up in foul territory.
Fortunate it came out of the baseball graveyard there.
Yes.
Hit a tree and came out.
Neighbors on Charles Street certainly have a nice view down at Bailey Park. Come out on your deck and watch some high school baseball. Another well-hit ball. Gloved down, though, by Timko. Throw over to first in time. It will score Musco. So you'll have Grego pick up an RBI. But another run across, and it's now a 5-0 lead for Uniontown over Brownsville.
And a nice play there by Timko. Really, that was a shot. Grego hit that ball hard. He was able to catch it on the bounce and make a nice throw across the diamond. It's a nice play there by Davey Timko at short.
Now Wyatt Nails coming to the plate. First pitch to Wyatt. First pitch swinging through on the left side. So the base is empty. Nails comes through with his second hit of the evening.
Yeah, and it's just, to be honest with you, I mean, almost every one of these hits have been perfectly placed.
Yes.
I mean, in between fielders or, and they're hot shots. And really, Pelahak and Timko really doesn't have.
Yeah, not what you can do about it.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do about it.
You don't know where they're going to be hit at ahead of time. Clay Dean at the plate. He singled last time up. Come into the game with a .344 average, homer and 10 RBIs. First pitch here to Dean. Takes it for a strike, 0-1. Understand you're not going to be with me next week, Tony. At least for the early part of the week.
Well, I'm not coming back till next Saturday.
Okay, so I won't see you at all next week.
No, I'll be listening.
Gary's going to be with me on Monday for the Uniontown Greater Latrobe game here. Dean takes a pitch for a strike. I'm thinking I'll probably be solo on Tuesday for Laurel Highlands at Ringgold, unless anyone wants to volunteer and come on the air with me. Billy's going to be with us Monday. Try to track somebody down for the road game on Tuesday. As Dean pops that one up. In shallow right center and charging and actually colliding. Did somebody hang on?
Yeah.
So caught there by the second baseman, Vajasek, who ran into the right fielder, Vastbinder. And Vastbinder down on the play there, Tony.
I'm not sure if it wasn't a brutal collision. It looks like he might have just twisted something there.
Now goes as the final out of the inning. So the Red Raiders get 3 here in the bottom of the second and lead Brownsville 5-0. Good to see everybody okay after that little collision. So we'll go to the top of the third, 5-0 Uniontown over Brownsville here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Central Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
Go to Ford Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. So, Dom, did you hear the one about April showers bringing May flowers? Well, here at Ford of Uniontown, April showers are bringing big April savings.
And, John, how about $4,000 off on select F-Series and up to $2,500 off on select Explorers, both with interest rates as low as 0%. Save up to $4,000 on Expeditions, Broncos, Bronco Sports. Yep, we have them on the ground and more on the way. We have fresh new inventory and trades arriving daily. We are still taking factory orders, or you can pre-select an incoming unit. Let's talk pre-owned. We have cars, trucks, and SUVs. Most are certified with factory warranty and competitive rates.
You have a vehicle you just don't need? Well, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. So stop, click, or call, and let us make your next purchase easy like Sunday morning. That's Ford of Uniontown, on the hill across from Applebee's, or FordofUniontown.com.
Must finance with Ford Motor Credit. Not all customers will qualify.
I'm Melinda Delarose. As an assistant district attorney, I've protected Fayette County families and fought to uphold our constitutional rights. As a prosecutor and trusted local attorney, I've provided victims of crime with a strong voice and put criminals behind bars. My pledge to you as judge is to follow the law, always maintain the highest ethical standards, and to run a courtroom that's respectful of your time and tax dollars. I'm Melinda Delarose, asking for your vote for judge.
Paid for by friends of Melinda Delarose.
Back here at Bailey Park, a 5-0 lead for the Uniontown Red Raiders over the Brownsville Falcons as we head to the top of the third inning. Falcons with Ben Vajasek, Bryce Horobic, and on the top of the order, Derek Tarpley due up. Brought one of these nifty to-go lights here, Tony. So we don't have electricity yet in the press box.
We're going to have to get those lights like on TV, prop them up everywhere, The sticky lights or whatever they're called.
My wife gave me these to try out. Appreciate her advice.
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah. See how well they work. Wore down my phone battery at the last game.
Yeah, I was watching it last game. I was trying to get it off the lights here in the on the field.
So Vajasek, only a freshman, leading things off for Brownsville here in the top of the third. Clay Dean still on the mound for the Red Raiders, and that ball nubbed on the ground. It'll be Musco, a little juggle, regains, throw over to Dean, covering the bag in time to retire Vajasek for the first out of the inning. That was not an easy play.
It was not an easy play, and the other thing was, too, I was kind of surprised that Musco didn't underhand that. He almost handcuffed Dean as he tried to cover the bag there, but nice play by Dean as well.
I thought Kuhn would have actually had a play on it there as well, but Musco wanted to make sure it stayed in the infield.
Well, you know what, being a lefty, too, at first base made it a lot easier for him. Right-handed, he would have had to, go across his body, but nice play there by Tate, and again, nice catch by Clay Dean to get the out.
Bryce Horobic takes the first pitch for a strike. 5'8", 174 sophomore catcher for Brownsville. Now Dean's 0-1 to Horobic. And there for a strike again, and just like that, 0-2. If you're just joining us, Uniontown a 5-0 lead. Red Raiders plating 2 in the bottom of the first, adding 3 in the bottom of the second. And the defense has been stellar as well. The 0-2, and there for strike 3, and down goes Horabik. Second strikeout of the game for Dean, and just like that, 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the third.
Yeah, and they haven't had a 1-2-3 inning yet. So Dean trying to make the third inning the first time they did it. And here's Tarpley, the leadoff hitter.
They're high on Tarpley, 6'4", 195 senior center fielder, and a well-hit ball that was caught by Tyler Hawk first time up. And Tarpley takes the first pitch here, low and outside for ball 1.
I'll tell you what, you can kind of tell when you watched him in center field. He glided after a couple balls, catching him, and even made a really strong throw to home plate. And you could tell he's got the skills.
He has a fan club watching on our live stream tonight as well. He was up the last time, all kinds of folks putting tarp up there.
Yeah.
Fouls off one there, evens up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, he's got, like I said, nice size, got a nice swing. You can tell, I mean, he really didn't get a chance to run because Tyler Hawk caught his last at-bat at fly ball out, but I'm sure he's got some good speed as well.
Looks like he has the pedigree of being a college athlete. 1-1 here on the way, and Tarpley ground ball. Snag there from Grego. Throw over to first a little high, but Tarpley beat it out. He might have had it anyways, Tony, even if the throw was there.
I was just going to say the same thing, Brian. I'm going to give him a hit. That's an infield hit. I mean, and we questioned how fast he was, and we saw it right there. He's got great speed.
Now, Tarpley beating it out. Infield single here for the Falcons. They try to bounce back. You have Davey Timko coming to the plate, who singled last time up. 5'8", 175, senior shortstop. Had a good play in the field last half inning. Dean trying to check Tarpley. Head first slide back safely, and have to think Tarpley might be trying to run here. Team down 5, top of the third, trying to get back into this one.
I don't know. There's 2 outs. I'm not so sure you'd run him unless it's...
Get into scoring position, get a single, could score. And that one nubbed. They're going to say it went off of Timko, though, so ruled a foul ball.
And Brownsville was unfortunate in that first inning whenever Timko got that base hit, and then Pelahak hit a shot, but Musco was standing at the right place at the right time, able to double him off.
He was a little off the bag there, Tony. That could be an extra base hit down the right field line.
Exactly.
Dean out of the stretch. See if Tarpley runs. He is on the way. That pitch low and outside. No throw there from Jack White. As Tarpley goes into second uncontested.
And really, that was a tough pitch for White to try to throw out Tarpley. It was down in the dirt. Just couldn't scoop it up and make the throw.
Dean, a glance back at second. You would doubt he would try to steal third. That pitch in there for a strike, and now 2 strikes on Davey Timko.
That's one of the cardinal rules of baseball. Don't make the first or last out on third base.
Yes. Now with 2 strikes on him, Timko will have to protect the plate. Dean, another look back at Tarpley. He's going, and Timko swing and a miss, strike 3 to end the inning. So the Falcons strand Tarpley will go to the bottom of the third, still 5-0 Uniontown over Brownsville here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Essential Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
Silverado Roundup is going on now at C. Harper Chevy East in New Alexandria.
We have extra inventory of 2022-23 Silverados 50-100 crew cabs, and they're priced to move.
All this month, you can save up to $10,000 on a new Silverado with special financing and employee pricing. Plus, stop in to C. Harper Chevy East in April and enter to win a trip to Las Vegas. Hurry in to C. Harper Chevy East because a deal like this won't last long.
The sale ends April 30th, 2023.
That sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
JJ! What is it, Karen? Can I get a drum roll, please? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the sounds of spring. As always, you have birds chirping and kids playing. But as a bonus, you will be able to hear my brother practicing drums. Okay. Well, maybe the sounds of spring our nights equally pleasant, I would say. But at Henry's Stewart Audiology, my dad will help you hear them all. 3 convenient locations to serve you: Uniontown, Cartersville, and Carmichael. Call 724-439-4380 today.
That sounds good with Henry Stewart Audiology.
Back here at Bailey Park in Uniontown, the Red Raiders a 5-0 lead over the Brownsville Falcons. Brian Morozek with Tony Anola and Billy Dice tonight. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Nice to have you along with us for our Friday night of high school baseball action. Again, we're back here at Bailey on Monday for the Red Raiders and the Greater Latrobe Wildcats. We'll have the Laurel Highlands Mustangs in action on Tuesday for you as well on the road at Ringgold. Busy week already into the penultimate series of the conference season already, Tony, coming up next week. First pitch swinging Christian Thomas. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Thomas, one of the 5 Red Raiders seniors honored before the start of the game tonight.
And we said that that's going to be out of play.
On the right side.
Yeah, we said the last game he's going to Embry-Riddle.
Yes.
Wants to be a pilot, actually.
Where in Florida is that, Tony?
That's a good question, Brian. I don't know.
Putting you on the spot, I know.
I don't know. I think it's close to Daytona, but I could be wrong.
Well hit ball from Christian, threw right into center field. So Christian Thomas 2 for 2 today. Leadoff single here to start the third. Red Raiders trying to add to their 5-0 lead. Who knows, Tony? We can make this a shorter night of high school baseball. You get to 10 after 5. As far as the lead's concerned.
What's kind of interesting, I mean, they're just outside of Kuhn with the double. Everything's been a single for them so far on 9 hits.
Tyler Hawk now at the plate. Tyler, first pitch swinging, popped up. Look out there on the right side. Bounces right around the walkway. Everybody okay?
Got to pay attention.
A little guy over there, too, came up with it.
Got to pay attention.
Yes. Coming to the high school baseball games, look alive. Next pitch to Tyler Hawk, and Hawk sends this one into shallow center, but backing up, unable to make the catch there. The second baseman, Vajasek, it goes as an E4. But they did actually know, Tony, yet Thomas retired.
Correct. Not an E4. It's
not
going to
an
be
E4.
Yep, he's going to be retired 4-6.
6, yep.
So it's going to be a fielder's choice for Tyler Hawk.
It's a good place to drop one, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. I mean, you can't take a chance on taking off. So really, Thomas had no choice.
Still got the outs. Now check of the runner. Head first, slide back safely there from Hawk.
Hawk comes in with 6 stolen bases before this game, so he's got some speed and able to steal some bases for the Red Raiders this year.
Tanner Uphold at the plate calls time.
I know, isn't it? It's strange when you watch the pro game and then you watch this, and you're like, wait, he's stepping out. He's like you're looking for the pitch count.
Going here, and Uphold the ground ball in a center field. Hawk remains at second, but another single for the Uniontown Red Raiders, and Uphold 2 for 2 today.
It's just that's what I said. They're singling them to death right now.
Let's add them up. You had 4 in the first, had a 1 double in the second.
Right.
And 7 hits, 8 hits, 9 hits, 10 hits already.
Yeah, 10 hits and 1 double.
Yes.
The rest of them singles.
9 singles, 1 double. Jack White at the plate fouls that one off. He's behind 0-1. Senior catcher popped up to the first baseman, Rylan Johnson, first time up.
Yeah, normally you see Nails DHing for Jack White. I think this is the first time we saw him at bat outside of that first plate appearance.
He's had some this year, just not in games we've covered.
Right. Yeah, it is
a little low.
Extremely rare. I mean, he hitting 105 for the year. Let's see how many at-bats he had. 23 plate appearances.
That's actually a pretty fair number.
Yeah, 19 official plate appearances.
Hits that one on the ground. He scooped up, long throw over to first, and in time. Heads up play there from Davey Timko.
Timko, tell you what, he's made a couple nice defensive plays tonight so far for the Brownsville Falcons. And that's going to put Hawk at third. Tanner Uphold makes it to second safely.
Haven't scored a run yet this inning, though, for Uniontown. Still 5-0, 2 outs. The top of the order, Mason Kuhn batting for the third time here in the third inning. And he's 2 for 2 today.
2 for 2 is right.
Trying to continue that. Take the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Pitch right at the knees there from Thorpe.
Kuhn has had a couple good at-bats here in this game, as we said. Just fouling pitches off to stay alive and waiting for the one he wants. As we said, 2 for 2 here today.
It's a fun bunch of Red Raiders to watch this season. Kuhn takes that one a little inside. I think by far, Tony, the best group they've had, at least in Kenny Musco's tenure here at Uniontown.
There was a nice article in the Post-Gazette the other day about him.
Said Uniontown's winning and it's not basketball season.
Yeah.
That's how it started. They're really good to see, but a lot of it, though, we talked about this at Laurel Highlands over the years, winning's contagious.
Yep.
You see the run that the basketball team had in the winter to the state semifinals, and no surprise, the baseball team the next season follows suit.
Right.
And they're tied for first place, trying to keep it going. Ground ball, close, just foul right in front of us.
It was also close to taking Tyler Hawk out.
Yes.
He says, oh, let me take this helmet off a little bit, take a look at it. Yeah, he almost got clipped. Would have been okay, though. He was in foul territory, but still, that's the last thing you want to do is get hit with a shot like that.
Kuhn gearing up again. Just nubbed that one foul.
And that's what we said. I mean, he's had 2 good at-bats already, and even there, waiting for his pitch, just fouling something off to stay alive and waiting for the pitch he wants to drive.
He'll have to protect the plate with 2 strikes on him. He came into the game with a 269 average, but probably up close to 300 now. 2 for 2, trying to make it 3 for 3. The 2-strike pitch to Kuhn, well hit on a line in right field. That'll score a pair of runs. Hawk around, and now Uphold coming to the plate, and it's 7-0 Uniontown. So a 2 RBI single for Mason Kuhn. Runs scored by Tyler Hawk and Tanner Uphold.
That's his 3rd RBI of the day as well.
Now for the Red Raiders, you've had 2 in the first, 3 in the second, now 2 here in the third, and you're off to a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, and Kuhn doing everything he can right now, having a great game.
Tate Musco now at the plate as they check Mason over at first. That 2 RBI single coming with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning.
Trying to catch him sleeping over there a little bit. It was a little closer than I thought it would be.
Musco RBI single, scored a run last time up. Take the first pitch here, high and outside for ball 1. You wonder how long they stick with Thorpe, Tony, if he starts to get hammered here a little bit. Again, we talked about wanting to protect your pitchers going into next week.
Well, I've got him unofficially right now at 52 pitches, making
Musco,
53.
Big cut there, swing and a miss, evens up the count at 1-1.
He's really not, I mean, he's not throwing bad at all. He's just, you know what, I mean, Uniontown's just squaring up. I mean, they're hot. They're hitting the ball
There have been a
well.
lot of number of ground balls that Thorpe's gotten as well that have just been well placed by Uniontown batters in the right spot that have ended up being singles.
Exactly right. We said that earlier. This gap between short and third, I mean, they've been eating that up all night long.
Another check over at first, and back safely there is Mason. Tate back in the batter's box. Runner going here. Tate takes the pitch, throw down to second, not in time, and it goes into center field.
Let me tell you, he's not going to test Tarpley's on.
No. Probably the one guy on this Brownsville team you don't want to try to mess with in that situation.
No. Like I said, he's got a nice gun out there. I was watching him in warm-ups too. He's got a pretty nice arm.
Maybe check with Billy in between innings, find out if he knows if Tarpley's heading anywhere next year. I know Billy was mentioning how great of an athlete Tarpley was before we started, as that one fouled off there on the left side.
Now you can see he's just athletic all the way around.
Tate back into the batter's box. Kuhn back to second. And 2 outs here in the inning. Red Raiders up 7-0. Get a little activity in the Brownsville bullpen now as Musco hits it on the ground right up the middle into center field. Kuhn rounding third. Here's Tarpley's arm play at the plate. And did the catcher hang on? No, he did not, but check that, Kuhn's down. Mason Kuhn down, collided there with Horobic at home plate. Tarpley with a huge relay coming in. Didn't think they would have had any chance at all there, Tony, of getting that one home. And then a big collision there between Kuhn and Horobic. And Kuhn's still down, but I guess that's going to be a run scored.
No, that's definitely a run scored. I don't know what I was trying to see. I mean, they collided. I mean, it wasn't terrible. But I will tell you one thing, though, that throw was impressive.
It was from Tarpley.
You're right. When I saw Kuhn rounding third, I'm thinking, okay, it's not going to be very. It's not going to be very close.
That ball came in a hurry.
Yes, it did. Kuhn, he must have.
He's limping off.
He's got a little knee. Maybe caught. It might have caught a little knee to thigh or something like that. Hopefully, it's nothing major. But yeah, that throw was impressive.
So now the lead at 8-0. Tarpley is going to Youngstown State to play baseball. Appreciate the folks on the live stream letting us know. It's good to hear.
Oh, his fan club let you know.
Yes, his fan club let us know. Appreciate everyone passing that along. Now Austin Grego at the plate. That one getting by. And here's Musco headed home. Slides into home safely. Now up to 9-0.
Yeah, you can see he's got the tools.
Yes, he does.
He's going to be a nice ball player for him.
We're getting close to that 10 runs already here, Tony.
Yeah. Pitching coach Ralph Rice coming out to talk to Thorpe a little bit, try to settle him down. And it's just one of those things, like I said, the Red Raiders, they're on their game here tonight.
They've been sharp all season. And coming off of a very nice series against Ringgold, getting a sweep of the Rams. That game on Tuesday, pretty nip and tuck, Tony, most of the way. Uniontown getting their runs in the final 2 innings there to pull away to 5-0 win. It was actually much closer than that 5-0 score indicated. Then followed that up with a win here at home at Bailey on Wednesday night over Ringgold. Christian Thomas struck out 11 on Wednesday night, picking up the win. Musco got the win on the road on Tuesday. And now Austin Grego at the plate. Grego takes the first pitch for a strike. He's the 7th Red Raider to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So you've had 3 Red Raiders now, Tony, bat for the 3rd time already here in the 3rd inning.
Right.
Next pitch there to Grego, a little inside. Lights now taking full effect here at Bailey Park tonight.
Well, you with your little clip-on light, you're ready to go, buddy. We're going to have to tell Angela to get you a miner's hat.
I didn't wear my top there.
Yeah.
That would be something.
Yeah.
Grego taking that one a little low. I'm not sure if I'm quite ready to bust out that attire yet.
I think it's you.
No. Maybe for Halloween. We're in a similar situation on Halloween. I'll think about doing that. How about that?
Yeah.
Next pitch to Grego. And therefore a strike.
Yeah, I think I told you that story before. We went to a Halloween party and I wore a shirt that said I beat anorexia. I was a cured anorexic.
Now would be a good time, Billy, to get the camera on Tony just to show that if they don't know what Tony looks like. As Grego, that was a screamer on the left side.
No, you don't got to get out of here. You don't have to do that.
That is good. That is good.
It was an easy outfit. It was a good one.
Next pitch to Grego. That one on a line again into center field. Tarpley will send it in. The bases were empty there. And it stays 9-0.
Grego with his first hit of the game.
Now you have Wyatt Nails, the 8th Red Raider to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd.
So now The only Red Raiders without a hit so far tonight are going to be Tyler Hawk and Jack White. 7 of the 9 starters.
There still might be time.
Well, I'm just saying right now.
Wyatt Nails looking to put the Red Raiders up 10. Tyler Gasper on as I guess that would be a pinch runner in this situation then for Grego. Because Grego's not pitching or catching.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Unless he's going to pitch the next inning.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
You wonder how you'd have to declare that in a pinch runner, courtesy runner situation. Pitch a little low there to Nails, 1-0.
Yeah, that's one of those things. It's like, yeah.
They like to use Gasper to run.
Right.
Now Thorpe's next pitch here to Nails. Swing, get a miss. Yet Nails' bat packs a punch.
Yeah, he picked up his 17th RBI earlier on that hit in the first inning.
Averaging about an RBI and a half a game. Hits this one on the ground. Fair ball goes right in between the wickets there of Pelahak. Down the line, you've Gasper headed down to third. Nails going into second. Scoring that E5, Tony?
Yeah, hate to do that, but Pelahak just didn't stay down on it. So now you've got runners on second and third.
Gasper at third, Nails at second, and Clay Dean coming to the plate. He's the 9th Red Raider to bat here in this half inning. I think that's going to be it for Gene Thorpe. Second visit to the mound this half inning. So we'll have a pitching change here at Bailey Park. 9-0, Uniontown over Brownsville. We're back to tell you about the new Falcons pitcher in a moment. Here in the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Essential Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peachin Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peachin Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Penn Residential is a human services agency providing around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located in local communities to offer residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They're a fast-growing company offering rewarding employment opportunities to direct support professionals interested in making positive impacts in the lives of others. The SP positions start at $16 an hour and will receive a full benefit package after 90 days. For more information about current career opportunities, visit PennResidentialInc.com/career.
The Silverado Roundup is going on now at C. Harper Chevy East in New Alexandria.
We have extra inventory of 2022-23 Silverados 1500 crew cabs, and they're priced to move.
All this month, you can save up to $10,000 on a new Silverado with special financing and employee pricing. Plus, stop in to C. Harper Chevy East in April and enter to win a trip to Las Vegas. Hurry in to C. Harper Chevy East because a deal like this won't last long.
The sale ends April 30th, 2023.
New pitcher for the Brownsville Falcons, Hunter Pelahak, and an easy switch here, Tony, as Gene Thorpe, who was pitching, now goes to third base where Pelahak was playing.
Yeah, real easy for us.
Yes. Not one of those where you have 5 or 6 guys moving around.
Exactly.
Now Clay Dean, the 9th Red Raider to bat here in this half inning, and he'll rip this one deep to right field, and it goes through the glove of Vassbinder. So you'll have Wyatt Nails scoring the 10th run of the game for the Red Raiders. Wonder if he lost that one in the lights.
No, there's no doubt he lost that one in the lights. I mean, you can't. He drifted back and had a beat on it, but kind of looked up, and it was like, whoa. He's fortunate he didn't get hit.
That's the 5th run scored here in this inning for Uniontown. And Christian Thomas now will bat for the 2nd time here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, they're going to have to give Dean a single. I mean, there's really kind of lost it in the lights, and there was no choice.
Christian Thomas, who's 2 for 2 today, takes the first pitch here for a strike. He's behind 0-1.
Got to say hi to his grandmother, Sandy. She's in the stands. I think she was actually the one that sent us up the raspberry donut holes.
Yes, they were very good.
They were very
Thomas,
good.
another rip here, going back and actually one-hopping in front of Tarpley. Dean will stop at third, and you'll have runners on the corners in the second hit this half inning for Christian Thomas. It's been a dominant performance by the Red Raiders here tonight. Now Tyler Hott coming to the plate. We're still here in the bottom of the third inning. Get a few more across here, Tone. You can end the game after 3 if you get up to 15.
Yeah, that's it's an unusual thing in high school baseball. But
Hawk, first pitch swinging, grounder here to third. Long throw in time from Thorpe to Johnson to retire Hawk 5-3 for the third out of the inning. So Uniontown sending 11 men to the plate, scoring 5 runs here in the bottom of the third inning. They lead Brownsville 10-0. We move to the top of the fourth right after this on the C. Operato Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Central Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
Casey's Sports Cafe, owned and operated by the Vernon family and located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown, is announcing they will have new evening hours. New hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come in to Casey's Sports Cafe and check out their new menu items and entrees. Casey's can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey's Sports Cafe. Let's face it, sometimes local is just better. Locally grown, locally sourced, shop local, eat local. What about local expertise? At Allstate, Russ Blejo is just that, a local. So contact Uniontown area Allstate agent Russ Blejo so Russ can help you with protection that's right for you and the things you love most. Allstate, are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Penn Residential is a human services agency providing around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located in local communities to offer residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They're a fast-growing company offering rewarding employment opportunities to direct support professionals interested in making positive impacts in the lives of others. DSP positions start at $16 an hour and will receive a full benefit package after 90 days. For more information about current career opportunities, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers.
Back here at Bailey Park, and we have one correction to pass along to you, Tony. So many runs in that third inning, we lost track. It's 11-0 Uniontown. They played at 6 in the bottom of the third. We thank Billy Dice, who caught that one for us up here in the booth.
Always awake.
Yes.
Guys, always awake, always on the game.
He's running the camera, running the scoreboard, helping us out, making sure we're on our P's and Q's and everything else.
We should just give him a headset.
Yes, he can join the broadcast. He could actually be entertaining on here.
I know. Come on, Billy. You want to get on? No thanks.
Graydon Plume is the new Uniontown pitcher. For Plume, it's his 5th appearance on the season. Has not factored in any decisions yet. Has worked 4 1/3 innings, given up 5 hits, 13 runs, 9 of them earned, walked 12, struck out 8. That's a 14.54 ERA. But they're high on this kid, Tony.
Well, he's a tall kid, and he can throw it. He can bring the heat. Just needs to work on some control. But I tell you, I saw him pitch last year. And I don't know if it was I think it was a JV game that he brought him in, or I don't know if it was a varsity. I can't really remember.
I remember watching him. We were down right to the left of home plate when we were doing the game down there in the fenced area, and saw him throw a little bit down there. He might have came in late in one of the games we did, too.
I think you're right. I think it was a varsity game. But yeah, he's
might be like Mount Pleasant or something late in the year?
Yes, it was. But, I mean, he's got some heat. Just, I said, got to work on a little control, but I'll tell you what, he could be a stud.
Hunter Pelahak leading off the top half of the fourth here for Brownsville. And he'll swing at the first pitch. He gets chopped to second, unable to make the play there. And the Red Raiders have made some substitutions as well. That was Luke Resch who that one got by. So it goes E4 and Pelahak aboard.
Yeah, I can see Wyatt Nails is over at at first base now. Third base, Clay Dean.
Well, it's 11-0. You can afford to make some of these changes.
Christian Thomas now at short.
That ball got past the catcher. We're not sure if that's Jack White still or not down there. I think it is still Jack. You still have Thomas playing short now.
Thomas playing short, right. I'm trying to trying to see who we got out here. I can't.
Center.
Looks like Uphold still in left. Center field.
Yeah, we got Nails playing first. We just have to check the outfield.
Yep.
Rylan Johnson at the plate. Pitching there for a strike from Graydon Plume. We know Thomas isn't playing center.
No.
I think we still have Uphold out in the left.
Yeah, that's Uphold still in left. I'm trying to see.
We had Hawk in right. Not sure if he's still out there or not. Try to get Billy to maybe do a little zoom in out there for us.
There you go.
And pitch a little low to Rylan Johnson. Grounded out, 6-3 first time up.
No, I think Hawk is still out. Hawk's in center, and somebody new in right.
Maybe after this batter, Billy, just do a little zoom in and try to find out. Next pitch on the way. And therefore a strike to Johnson. Probably have the binoculars in the back. Just have to go dig for them. I think we need those tonight.
No.
Usually like a football, soccer only thing.
Oh, we'll get her.
A lot of four-legged friends out here at Bailey Park tonight. Next pitch on the way, a little high and inside. I'll tell you what a great addition the Sheepskin Trail is to the area. I use it frequently around, and now connecting more into Uniontown, trying to expand it up. Gives you more area to walk. You have the dog park down here. I'm down there on a regular basis with Murray, having a lot of fun. He was running around before the game today. That one hits Johnson. Hit by pitch. Pelahak down to third. Johnson at first. And runners on the corners here for Brownsville, with Uniontown leading at 11-0, and Trenton Weibel coming to the plate.
Weibel struck out his first time up.
Brownsville looking for a run.
Was one of 3 strikeout victims by Clay Dean.
Runner going here again. White throw down to second, not in time. Cut off there by Thomas. No opportunity for Pelahek to get down to home, but now you have runners on second and third. Nobody out as we work here in the top of the fourth with a lead at 11-0.
Is that your light?
Yeah, I think it was my light. Billy's telling me Uphold's in center now. Oh, 3 in center. That is Tyler Hawk. So we just need to know who's in right. And we're good to go. With Weibel at the plate.
Plume trying to pick up his first out here.
Plume a little inside there. Almost caught Weibel with that one. I'm looking forward to seeing that scoreboard go up here, Tony. That should be a great addition to the park.
Yeah.
So in right, you mean, right? Right. Yeah, Gasper in right. Tyler Gasper in right. I think we got everybody situated, and that a well-hit ball will score Brownsville's first run. It got by Gasper, and they're going to plate 2 on the play, as Pelahak and Johnson both scoring. In the second safely is Weibel, and it's 11-2 Uniontown.
And it looked like Gasper was going to try to come up and make a throw, and ball just kind of snuck underneath his glove there.
I'll have to thank Joe Walkos and the entire staff for getting us some electricity up here tonight as well, Tony, for all of our equipment. Everybody taking care of us at Bailey Park. First pitch swinging there, a little chopper going back to Plume there from Vastbinder. Throw over to first. Nails able to step on the bag in time. Wasn't pretty, but they got the job done. The first out of the inning.
A pretty nice play there by Nails. Plume almost threw that ball in the right field, but good save by Nails to pick up the first out of the inning.
Certainly a good learning opportunity in this game, though, for Plume.
Oh, most definitely.
He'll glance back at second. Work on a few things here with a 9-run lead right now.
Well, you got to get the experience. I mean,
for sure.
You know, you got to come in and face some batters, get into situations where, you know, you have a couple runners on and try to get out of a couple jams, but he's got a runner on second base right now, looking to strand him.
Thorpe at the plate. Plume glanced back at second. Pitch here to Thorpe, a little high and inside. 11-2 Red Raiders lead at top of the fourth, scheduled for 7. Do have a 15-run rule after 3, 10-run rule after 5. We happen to encounter that this evening.
After 5? After
15
4.
or after 3. 15 after 3, 10 after 5.
Okay.
Pitch there and for a strike. Wait, it's always been. What did you think it was?
I always thought it was 10 after 4.
10 after 5, 15 after 3. So the 15 would carry into the fourth. I'm sure of that.
I trust you. I know. I just gave you that bewildered look.
I'd put money down on that one.
Okay.
Pitching there for a strike. And down goes Thorpe. So a strikeout there from the Red Raiders and Plume. Second out of the inning.
First strikeout by Plume.
Now 2 away. I think we have a pinch hitter here.
It's
On the
number
Brownsville
32.
side.
That's going to be
Ethan
Olesko.
So Olesko batting in Vajasek's position.
Now that was a nice pitch right there by Plume. Just reared back and just fired some heat.
Count 0-1. So Ethan Olesko, an opportunity now for Brownsville. Falcons already 2 across here in the top of the fourth, trying to get a little closer. 0-1 on the way. With a low and inside to Olesko. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Olesko, one of the 7 seniors on the roster for for Brownsville tonight.
I wonder who they have in for their senior day this year, Tony.
It's a good question.
1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss takes us to 1-2. You have to think with Plume's velocity on his pitches, he'd be a tough guy to face.
Well,
Plus his height.
Yeah, you know what? When we saw him last time, the thing that I liked about him was he hides the ball well for a long time.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Plume gets a couple of strikeouts here in the top of the fourth. Brownsville, though, gets 2 runs. It's 11-2. Uniontown over Brownsville moving to the bottom of the fourth here on the CR Parada Group. High School Sports Night, broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Essential Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
Ready for an easier way to manage your cards? Get more power, peace of mind, and security with the new updated app from First Federal of Greene County. Set spending limits, view merchant details, subscriptions, and where your card is stored. Plus, turn off lost or stolen cards. It's card management on your terms. Download the updated app or visit ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
The Silverado Roundup is going on now with C. Harper Chevy East in New Alexandria.
We have extra inventory of 2022-23 Silverados 1500 crew cabs, and they're priced to move.
All this month, you can save up to $10,000 on a new Silverado with special financing and employee pricing. Plus, stop in to C. Harper Chevy East in April and enter to win a trip to Las Vegas. Hurry in to C. Harper Chevy East because a deal like this won't last long.
The sale ends April 30th, 2023.
Back here at Bailey Park, Brian Morozak alongside Tony Anola and Billy Dice. 11-2, Uniontown over Brownsville moving to the bottom of the fourth. Red Raiders had 11 at the plate in the bottom of the third and scored upon farther review 6 runs. We thought it was 5 at first. We did a double check, it was 6. You know, if Tanner Uphold, Jack White, and Mason Kuhn do up with all the substitutions, those aren't going to be the 3 that bat.
No, that's for sure. Let's see what we got.
I think you'll have Uphold probably lead off because he was still in the field, and White might bat too, but I don't think Kuhn will. That would be my guess.
Well, yeah, he's...
Because Kuhn's out of the game right now.
Correct. But had a great game. 3 for 3, scored 3 runs, drove in 3 runs.
Correct.
Pelahak back out for his second inning of work.
Didn't start the third inning, but came on in relief.
Right.
Of Gene Thorpe. And the Red Raiders looking for a batter will be Uphold. Uphold 2 for 2 today. So scored a couple of runs.
And a good senior day for Tanner.
Always remember these senior days. Nice when you can schedule another county opponent in for the game as well.
I agree.
Of course, you have Uniontown, Laurel Highlands, and Albert Gallatin all in the same conference now. Connellsville playing up in 5A. Brownsville in 3A. Fraser down in 2A. And Geibel not sending out a baseball team here in 2023.
Not enough players.
First pitch high and inside there to Uphold. I'm not sure if they have a co-op with somebody or not. I know a couple years ago they co-op with Southmoreland for football. 1-0 here to Uphold. That one chopped to second. Play made there from Vajasek over to first. And we have a bunch of subs in there now for Brownsville. You have Chase O'Hearn playing first.
Actually, I think that was Olesko who made that play.
Right.
So we give Ethan Olesko nice play there to pick up the first out.
So both of these teams going to their bench. The score at 11-2. And now Jack White at the plate. Mentioned hasn't had a hit yet tonight. He'll swing at the first pitch here and foul it off. Opportunity to pick one up. In this situation, bottom of the fourth, Red Raiders up 11-2 over Brownsville.
Yeah, we have a new first baseman over there too. Did you mention that?
Yeah, that is O'Brien.
Okay.
No, check that O'Hearn. I'm sorry, Chase O'Hearn. Can't read my own writing here. We get that in the dark, but Chase O'Hearn playing first.
You got the magic light.
I do. I'm trying to use it. You want one? I got another one over here too.
No.
You have a little more light on your side. You can maybe catch a little bit of it from the outside lights. And White hits it high in the air, going to Tarpley in center. He'll make the grab for the second out of the inning. Tarpley sure-handed out there in center field.
Yeah, and I think that was a change too. I don't think that was White.
That was.
Oh, yeah, it was.
That's
sorry.
White, yep.
Yes, it was. Excuse me.
Yep. And now you're going to get a new hitter here, Tony. It's going to be Luke Gresh batting in Mason Kuhn's spot.
Yeah, Gresh actually went into right field that last inning.
Correct. They just moved the guys around the order a little bit.
Right.
Gresh facing Pelahak. Takes that one low.
Yeah, at least give a couple bench players a little time to play, get a little experience.
Next pitch to Gresh. Hit on the ground to first. O'Hearn a little juggle, trying to regain, and plops back on the bag to make the third out of this bottom of the fourth inning. So still 11-2, Uniontown over Brownsville. Go to the top of the fifth here in the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Night. Broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Essential Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbor yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799. UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Bring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all of the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Moving now to the Top of the 5th inning, still 11-2. Uniontown leading Brownsville. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hinola. Billy Dice behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Good night for the Red Raiders here on senior night. Going to see our friend Bill Jackson from Jackson Farms Dairy Store, one of our WMBS sponsors. Of course, his grandson is Tate Musco.
There you go.
Tate will be back next year, only a junior on this Uniontown team.
But they're going to have a nice team coming back, no doubt. We're going to lose a couple key players. Obviously, Thomas is a huge loss.
Yep. You got to worry about 2023, though, Tony. I think not great.
Oh, no. I know. I'm just throwing it out there. Oh, no, you got a lot of baseball to play
yet. A lot of baseball
yes,
to play here yet this year. So Brownsville looking for more. They got 2 in that top half of the 4th inning. And they'll have Bryce Horobic leading things off.
No, you're right. It's great for the area with the Mustangs and the Red Raiders both in playoff contention. And, you know, a lot of baseball fans in town, no doubt.
Graydon Plume starting his 2nd inning of work on the mound here for Uniontown. Finds the strike zone there on the delivery to Horobic.
Yeah, nice breaking pitch there by Plume.
Now the 1-1. From Plume to Horobic. That one low and in the dirt. Good block there from Jack White. I caught him a little bit there.
Yeah, I think the umpire is going to give him a little time to shake it off. Batter stepping out. Giving the...
That was a little stinger.
Oh, yeah. That's just giving White a little time to regroup.
You had a long one on Wednesday, Tony. Worked the Laurel Highlands Bell Vernon game. That was tight.
Yeah.
9-7 final for the Mustangs.
It was 6-2, then it was 6-6, and then the Mustangs went up 9-6, and then next thing you know, 9-7. But it was a long game.
Plume finding the strike zone there. 2 strikes now on Horobic. And the Mustangs will take on Ringgold next week. Uniontown battles Greater Latrobe. Be fun down the stretch. See how things pan out. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. Now 3 strikeouts for Plume. Sent down Thorpe. And O'Brien, check that.
Lesko.
O'Hearn in the 4th, and now sitting down Horobic here in the 5th. So 3 straight strikeouts. And now you have Derek Tarpley coming to the plate. But you look at this race, Tony. You have Greater Latrobe and Uniontown with 5-1 as Tarpley fouls back the first pitch. Mustangs still in the mix at 4-2.
Right.
They have Uniontown for that final series, which could be big, especially if the Red Raiders get a couple of wins over Greater Latrobe. Laurel Highlands sweeps Ringgold. Then the Uniontown Laurel Highlands series next week could be for first place in the conference. Tarpley's swinging at the 0-1, sending it in foul territory on the right side. He'll be behind 0-2. And then the race for the final playoff spot between Ringgold and Bell Vernon. They split during the course of the regular season, and they're tied for the 4th and final playoff spot in the conference right now at 2-4.
Can you only imagine the crowds for both games, Uniontown and Laurel Highlands?
They should be nice.
Both home for LH and home here for Uniontown.
And another strikeout for Plume. That's 4 straight. I think you'll even have a bigger crowd for the game here at Bailey because it'll be a 7 o'clock start.
True.
The game over at Laurel Highlands will be a 4 o'clock start.
Yeah, this is true.
This will be Monday, a week from Monday, May 1st here at Bailey at 7 o'clock. And then Tuesday, May 2nd, we played over at Laurel Highlands at 4 o'clock. That pitch high, going there to Davey Timko.
Yeah, you've got, well, I'll tell you what, I think you're going to see a couple nice games next week at Latrobe. Latrobe in here, no doubt.
Now, Gary Frankhauser with me on Monday for the Red Raiders and the Greater Latrobe Wildcats. I think it'll be Gary's first time here in the new press box, aside from dropping off some equipment to us a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, I'll be checking you out.
Yeah. Billy will be with us again on Monday behind the camera. Pitch a little low there to Timko. Timko 1 for 2 today.
Timko also a senior. As we said, one of the only 2 seniors that started for Brownsville. Derek Tarpley the other. Timko, a nice-looking baseball player as well.
I think they have some decent numbers. I think 17 or 18 guys watching them warm up for the start of the game. Good for the future of this program as Timko walks. Give Brownsville a base runner with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
That's the first walk by Plume. He actually hit a batter earlier, but
correct.
First walk on the night.
Hunter Pelahak coming to the plate. Got on via an error last time up. Hit into a double play back in the first inning. Swing and miss here at the first pitch from Plume. You see some of the Mustang players, both baseball and softball, checking out this game tonight. And what else to do on a Friday night? Come out and watch a little diamond action. I think it's one nice thing about the lights here at Bailey. You really bring out a lot of the community.
I agree.
I mean, so many times it's tough to get to a 4 o'clock high school baseball game. A lot easier to get to a 7 o'clock game under the lights.
Yeah, we know that.
Yes. A lot easier for us to get help, too.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss there again from Pelahak, who now has 2 strikes on. Like, we can't get Mr. Dice here for a 4 o'clock game, but he can make it out to the 7 o'clock games.
He's the busiest man in show business, that guy.
Has some of his teaching duties and child care duties. A little high over on first. There'll be an opportunity there for Timko to get down to second. Surprised his son Manny's not here at the game tonight. Big Red Raider fan.
Yeah.
Where's Manny at?
Where's
tonight?
Manny tonight?
Movie night.
Movie night at the church.
Wow.
Okay.
What are they watching tonight? He doesn't know.
Bad News Bears.
So the church could be like the 10 Commandments.
That's right.
I don't know what a religious kids movie would be. We'll find out later. Fouled off again from Pelahak.
Yeah, we'll get a critique from Manny.
Yes.
Ask him to give us a little critique of the film. Tell us how he liked it. Game
goes long enough, he can come down and catch the 6th and the 7th.
I'm going to guess it's an animated movie.
Yes. 11-2. Red Raiders lead it. 2 outs as we work here in the top of the 5th. Braden Plume on the mound for Uniontown, finding the strike zone there to Hunter Pelahak to end the inning. And you look at Plume. Tony came into the game to start the top half of the 4th, had 2 strikeouts in the 4th, 3 strikeouts here in the 5th, so 5 strikeouts through 2 innings of work, and it's an 11-2 Uniontown lead over Brownsville as we move to the bottom of the 5th here on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Essential Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
For farm fresh dairy products, stop in Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Route 40 at Briar Hill. Enjoy delicious hot deli items available Monday through Friday. Eat in or take out. Jackson Farms Dairy Store features quality dairy products, the most delectable homemade ice cream you'll ever eat. And now available at Jackson Farms is our own farmhouse cheddar cheese and cheese curds. Why not stop in Jackson Farms today?
Farm fresh milk, straight off the farm. Jackson Farms.
Back here at Bailey Park, Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanoa. Actually, we're not
Union
back.
Township Supervisor Rick Vernon has spent his life helping others. Now, in his 18th year of service, Rick wants to continue as supervisor and is seeking re-election. Democrats can vote for Rick because he's on your ballot. And Republicans, you can write in Rick Vernon on your paper ballot. Let's keep a great team together so Rick can continue to work hard with fellow Republican supervisors Bob Schiffbauer and Jason Scott. Vote for Rick Vernon for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate.
And now we're back at Bailey Park. Brian Morozak along with Tony Anola and Billy Dice. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVMNS and Uniontown Hospital studios. An 11-2 lead for the Uniontown Red Raiders over the Brownsville Falcons. They get a run here. Tony, in this bottom of the 5th, could actually end the game with a 10-run rule.
And you get 2, 3, and 4 hitters. You get Musco, Grego, and Nails coming to bat for the Mustangs. I'm here.
The Red Raiders.
God, and I said I rarely ever do. What am I thinking?
And Musco leading.
I did that for you, Sandy.
And Tate popping that one up. Going to first base. And getting under it, making the catch there is O'Hearn for the first out of the inning. So good job there from Chase O'Hearn.
Well, it's probably a little bit different for these guys, too. They're not used to playing under the lights.
Yeah.
And Tough there. That's what he keeps looking up at the lights over there, O'Hearn, as he's at first base.
Now you have Tyler Gasper at the plate for Uniontown. They're calling you out, Tony, on that mistake.
Oh, yeah.
Can't make a mistake on the air. You'll hear from him. A lot of folks. Gasper swinging a miss.
Got about, yeah. We keep talking about all the teams, and that's the thing. Had a little brain freeze there, Brian.
It happens.
Oh yeah.
A little hesitation.
Yeah, hesitation jumper.
Gasper getting an opportunity here at the plate. Doing his fair share of running here so far this season. Usually the top courtesy or pinch runner for the Red Raiders when needed. Crowd hanging around in an 11-2 game as Gasper fouls another one off. Kenner here in the bottom of the 5th.
Must be the raspberry donut holes that are keeping everybody here.
They were good.
They were stellar.
Snack bars, all kinds of goodies. We don't get a chance to sample as much as we would like sometimes just because we're always here on the air. We appreciate any time they send some goodies up our way, for sure. We won't say no.
Oh, no.
Next pitch again to Gasper, and he's going to walk. Or is that a late call? That was a late called strike on the 3-2. Gasper was halfway down to first, and they punched him out for the second out of the inning.
Well, it's going to be the first strikeout for Pelahak. Now
Cameron Jackson will get his first at-bat of the night.
Jackson, another speedster. Nice-looking football player for the Red Raiders.
He's been pretty much the starter in left field throughout much of the season for Uniontown in the conference games. But mixing up the lineup here a little bit on senior day. Coming off the bench and getting a hit. Single in the left for Cameron Jackson. He's going to go for 2. Relay coming in, and they have him in a rundown here between second and first. He's going to go back to the first base bag, dive in. No, he's out.
No, I think he tagged him. I thought he got him on the back side, I should say.
Well, he's out, and that's the end of the inning.
That's it.
So we've played 5. It's 11-2. Uniontown over Brownsville going to the top of the 6th here in the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Central Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukapizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. I have experience in workplace accident cases for nearly 15 years. If you've been hurt at work and are trying to navigate a workers' compensation claim, are you being treated unfairly by your employer? When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work, but you may not be physically ready to do that. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call us at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Back here at Bailey Park, new pitcher for Uniontown is Hunter Smiley. And Tony, according to our stats, first time Smiley's pitched all year.
Well, give him a little action, see what he got. And again, I know we're saying we're looking for this year, but obviously looking for next year too. But as we said, if you need some pitching come playoff time, I mean, hey.
You never know.
You don't know. And hopefully he can come out and do a nice job. Plume did a nice job. I mean, started out a little shaky, but ended up striking out 5 batters.
Yeah, through 2 innings.
Yeah, so he's got some juice.
He'll have some subs coming in here for Brownsville. It'll be Chase O'Hearn leading off the top half of the 6th. First pitch from Smiley to Ahern, and therefore a strike, 0-1. Good to see both of these teams get to use a little bit of their bench.
Oh, I definitely agree. You know, you're at this point where, as we said, non-section game, give some guys a chance. See what you got.
0-1 in the dirt, evens up the count at 1-1. The Red Raiders will play another Friday night game under the lights here next week as well against California.
Wow.
Our local team. Play a non-conference game, bring the community out. Why not? 1-1 on the way. That one low takes it to 2-1. You asking if we're going to be here next Friday? I think we will be.
I'm just
yeah.
I won't, but I'm just asking if you are.
I think that's the game plan right now.
Okay.
Weather and staff permitting.
Yeah.
Hate to say, with the way some of these weather moves games around and everything else, most of the time we're setting our schedule just a couple of days in advance because you never know what's going to shake out.
Well, 80 today, almost 90 or whatever.
Yeah, and rain all weekend.
Well, and then you're going to get rain, and then it's supposed to get cold again next week.
And hopefully the field conditions are good for all the games on Monday and Tuesday to get those in.
I think somebody said that, and I could be wrong, but I thought somebody told me like May 1st is supposed to be like 30 as a high.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Now, I went down 2 years ago to Delaware Memorial Day weekend to play golf, and temperatures were in the 30s down there. That was Memorial Day weekend.
I can believe it.
So we're trying to go again this year. See how that works out. What has to be? It can't be any colder. I mean, like
glutton for punishment, man.
It can't be any colder. We figure we try it again. Next pitch there to Ahern, swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, I forget who told me that, but I mean, I could be wrong, and they could be wrong, but.
You know who's down there? We're going to see.
Oh, you're going to see Big George.
Big George, yeah. Our buddy Big George.
Yeah. Soup going?
I don't believe so. He has not told me he's going. He usually doesn't like to golf with us. He has his own competitive bunch.
Yeah,
he's too good for us as far as skill level on the golf course.
No, this is true.
Maybe once or twice a year we'll get a golf match with Soup. It doesn't happen much. Yeah. Trenton Weibel now on the mound, or on the plate here for Brownsville. Hunter Smiley on the mound for Uniontown. Weibel fouls that one off. Actually, had a chuckle yesterday, Tony. I told you this story off the air, but I was over at Franco's hitting a couple of golf balls over there. Next to me, a lesson was being given, and there's somebody kind of jacking up their left arm a little bit that was there, and the instructor said, "You can't swing like that if you're from Fayette County unless you're Steve Suprick."
Soup with the Jim Furyk swing.
Weibel fouls that one back. I had to chuckle.
That's what he texted me. I said, I thought you were stopping by. He said, it's 11-2. I think I'll stay here. He's watching a Pirate game. He said they're up 4-2 in the 7th.
Really playing well. Weibel swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. So you have Smiley come into the game, get back-to-back strikeouts here for Uniontown. Still 11-2.
I'll see.
And now you'll have Brock Vassbinder coming to the plate here for Brownsville.
You keep laughing at me. I keep telling you, hold a set of World Series tickets for me and Soup.
You don't think the bottom's going to fall out eventually?
No.
That's the way things have gone over the last couple of years.
No, come
You're
on.
still confident? Pitching there for a strike, 0-1.
Got to be optimistic. Come on, that can't be.
You don't think they'll get to like the trade deadline and then just trade Brian Reynolds?
I hope not. I mean, that's
the Yankees will want Kutch.
Yeah. I think Kutch is here to stay. You know, his wife's from Indiana, PA. I don't think he's going anywhere anymore. I think he's done.
Just when you've seen the same story over and over again, it's kind of hard to trust sometimes until you see it happen. I think White got caught there on the swing, Tony.
Yeah. Looked like he caught one.
I think Vassbinder got him with a bat.
Yeah, he did.
So White's got nailed a couple of times. Hope he's all right.
He's having a rough senior night.
And Kuhn, too, getting nicked earlier, too, on that play at the plate.
Right. You hope he's okay.
Yeah, you don't want to see guys getting dinged up here in non-conference action when you have a big conference series coming up next week.
Yeah, and I still think back about that play. That was one of those plays where we thought, oh, my, he's going to be safe no matter what.
Yep.
Man, Tarpley.
Yeah, what a gun from out there in center field.
He's got a rifle on that right shoulder.
White seems all right. He's back in there. Next pitch a little high and outside, a vast binder from Smiley.
Hey, if you're a catcher, you got to be tough.
Yeah, you do. I couldn't do that, I'll tell you.
It's hard.
Those guys get beat up.
The only nice part about it is you're in every play.
Yep.
You know?
Good block there from White after a low pitch there from Smiley. Were you a catcher back in the day?
I was a pitcher in my day, not a good one.
Gary caught, didn't he?
Gary caught, yeah.
That's what I thought.
I drove up health insurance premiums when I pitched. I hit so many guys.
Fast binder hits it on the ground, and it gets through. That one hopped over Christian Thomas in the center field.
Yeah, it took a bat.
That's why the premiums are so high up at Laurel Highlands, right?
That's it.
All your fault.
It was, yeah. I mean, when I was pitching, they probably could have brought Obamacare in back then. But it was just one of those things.
Gene Thorpe now at the plates. He did tell me you pitched unofficially the first no-hitter in Laurel Highlands history.
That's what somebody said. I don't know how true that is.
That was against Mapletown?
Yeah, the Mapletown Maples or whatever they were.
Ground ball going back to Thomas again. Throw over to first in time to Wyatt Nails to retire Gene Thorpe, 6-3. They're still the Mapletown Maples.
Well.
The top of the sixth is done. Still 11-2, Uniontown over Brownsville here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night. Broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Essential Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. Best of luck to all of our local teams from the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Let's face it, sometimes local is just better. Locally grown, locally sourced, shop local, eat local. What about local expertise? At Allstate, Russ Blejo is just that, a local. So contact Uniontown area Allstate agent Russ Blejo so Russ can help you with protection that's right for you and the things you love most. Allstate, are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Back here at Bailey Park, 11-2, Uniontown over Brownsville. Red Raiders again, an opportunity to end this game with a run here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Clay Dean will lead off.
Dean, the starting pitcher, the pitcher of record.
We have a new pitcher again here for Brownsville, Tony?
No, I think it's still Pelahak on the mound. Pretty sure.
Let's see what Dean can do. It is still Pelahak on the mound.
Yep.
First pitch to Dean, missed for ball one. You have Dean, Thomas, and Hawk due up. We'll see if all three bat. They go back to the bench.
Nah, I got a feeling they're probably all going to bat.
1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1 now to Clay Dean.
You get three seniors, you're not going to take them out.
Also depends on how much you want to try to end the game here after 6, or if you want to work in a pitcher for the 7th. Dean, ground ball here to second. A little juggle, hard throw going high. Or that ball even ended up. Actually went against the fence. Yeah. So Dean on via in air.
Yeah, and I think that if we talk loud enough, maybe Kenny can hear us. We can.
Yeah.
we're changing.
Well, that should have been the first out of the inning.
True.
Now you'll have Christian Thomas at the plate.
Yeah, just had a little trouble fielding the ball.
And kind of panicked, I think, a little bit there, too.
Yeah.
Thomas takes the first pitch for a strike.
Well, Dean with pretty good speed for a big guy, though. I mean, he can run.
Ethan Olesko playing second right now for Brownsville.
Right.
Next pitch here to Thomas. Fouled off on the right side. Someone's getting a little loud down there. What that's all about.
Yeah. Good crowd. They're going to go look in the baseball graveyard.
Check swing from Thomas. Didn't go. Maybe they ran out of donut holes down there and somebody's upset.
Yeah. Padiddles.
Yeah, padiddles.
Padiddles.
We'll try them with pulled pork. I'm looking forward to that next time.
That would be interesting. I mean, I saw that thing that you sent.
They were nice and sweet.
Yeah, that looked...
you throw a little pork on it, add to the flavor. Thomas went down. That was strike 3.
They called it. They checked it. Okay.
Yep. So 1 out here in the inning, and now Tyler Hawk coming to the plate.
Hawk has reached on a fielder's choice twice and grounded out to third.
Took ball 1 there from Pelahak. Stay tuned after the game wraps up for our post-game show, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. Next pitch, a little off the plate. Saw Rick yesterday. Was actually returning the South Union camera we borrowed for the Laurel Highlands game on Wednesday. Rick was down there leaving the township building. Throw over to first. And that throw went a little wide. Dean's going to stay on first for now.
Yeah, it really didn't go far enough for him to even think about advancing.
And sent out get well wishes as well to our colleague Jerry Dupay. Jerry going through a couple health issues right now. Hope to have him back at the games again soon. Hope Jerry's doing well.
Yeah, we wish him the best.
This pitch there to Hawk off the plate.
Because you know, whenever we do these games, he's definitely missing them. It's eating him alive.
Pitch to Hawk. Fouled off on the right side. Look out again.
That lady almost ran right into it.
We had a couple rolls over there, too, by the light pole.
Yeah.
A couple of scares tonight. At least fan-wise, I think everybody's been all right tonight. High throw over there. I think Jimmy Burns had a duck back there in case that one was going wide, coaching first for Uniontown. One of our sponsors as well, UPMC Centers for Rehab Services.
I know, and I got to thank Jimmy. Gave me a little advice before the game.
It's coming our way. Hawk. Look out there.
It's coming our way. Yeah,
behind the press box.
You know, we used to do the games down at first base. We saw some action.
Yes,
down
we
there
did.
A few times.
That's why I'm glad we don't do the games.
Oh, man.
First base. I was worried about our camera a couple of times down there.
You worried about the camera. You ducked out of the way all the time.
Not coming out of your budget.
Nah, you ducked out of the way all the time.
Hawk swinging a miss.
I tried to catch everything.
He's tagged out for the second out of the inning.
Tried to catch everything. You ducked out of the way. You didn't even try to save the camera.
Now Tanner Uphold coming to the plate. So Dean on first. Might have to play at top of the 7th tonight, Tone.
We didn't think we were going to get this far.
Now when the game started 11-0. Uphold popping it up. Hearn will make the catch to end the inning. So we'll go to the top of the 7th, 11-2. Uniontown over Brownsville here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by Penn Residential, Central Marcom, and Amy's Quote Room.
Filing for bankruptcy is not something that anyone wants to do. Good people sometimes run into hard times, and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalev, and White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options, and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley, Mahalev, and White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Zebley, Mahalev, and White. It's gonna be all right.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Bailey Park, Brownsville needing 9 here in the top of the 7th to continue this game. Tony, you said you'll walk home if they get the 9?
Well, put it this way. It's not like Rooker walking home from Philly.
That one goes to Christian Thomas. It's short, long throw over to first.
Nice scoop.
In time.
Nice
Wyatt
scoop.
Nails digging that one up. And one retired here in the top of the 7th.
Nails, nice job over there. On the short hop, able to stay on the bag. Great shot, Tate Musco coming in from right field, giving him a high five. So retired 6-3.
Bryce Horobic now coming to the plate for Brownsville.
Horobic so far down on strikes.
Hunter Smiley starting his 2nd inning of work for Uniontown. Missed on the first pitch there to Horobic.
Your Buccos victorious again, 4-2 tonight.
That's 6 straight.
Yeah, see? Tell you what, Bri, you doubt them, man, I'm telling you.
You and Soup might be at that World Series after all. You never
That's
know,
it.
Right?
Front row, baby.
I'm sure he'll be sending me photos from that one.
Yeah. Jack White down again.
Wow. Dinged a couple of times and got hit again there. Wonder if he's standing too close to the batter, Tony, getting clipped.
I don't know.
And hope he's okay.
Yeah, I think they're going to take him out. Looks like he's coming out of the game. No, coming back in. Wow.
They called catcher interference.
Well,
that's what the home plate umpire said.
Well, that was, first base umpire. I saw that, but they're going to
get a base runner out of it.
Okay, yeah. So that's going to be an error on White. And you're right.
It's going to be Aiden Morgan a run down there at first.
Yeah, and you're in that situation where you're right. If he's a little too close and catching the glove,
It's happened twice.
Yeah.
They bring up the top of the order in Tarpley, who's 1 for 3 today. Beat out that infield single back in the 3rd. Smiley, the first pitch here to Tarpley as Brownsville starts their 4th trek through the order. Swing and a miss from Derek.
Tarpley 1 for 3 on the night.
Dice thinks Connor Hebda's in catching, not White right now.
Tell you what, either one of them's getting beat up.
Tarpley sending that one foul on the right side on the hill. Kids just having fun on the softball field right now behind us.
Yeah, can hear some action back there. Well, the lights are on. Let them play.
Let them play, yeah. Good to see just this activity down at Bailey Park. Park that wasn't in great shape a couple of years ago as Tarpley ground ball to Thomas. They're trying to get one at second, but a throwing error goes into right. Actually, it was actually a throwing error or an error at second nonetheless. That one should have been caught, I think, there.
Yeah, it was tough.
Tony by Gresh. So now runners on 2nd and 3rd. I think I'm going to score that E4.
Yeah,
I think Thomas's throw was there.
His throw was there, a little bit low, but either way, I mean.
It could have been a double play ball.
We could say that, but not with Tarpley's speed. Yeah, that was not going to be.
For most, it would have been a double play ball. Now you got Timko back at the plate, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Brownsville down 9.
Yeah, we might think that, but that wasn't going to happen. I'm impressed. I'll tell you what, he's a nice-looking ball player.
See why he's
really
going against downstate.
Yeah.
Just telling you, his athlete written all over him.
It's kind of neat. I'll be sitting at home and I'll think, okay, about this kid or whatever, and try to see what they're doing, and try to look up. I'll be following him at Youngstown State, that's for sure.
You can actually watch most of those games on TV anymore if you have some of those streaming services. You can pull up most any school's games anymore.
Yeah.
One fouled off by Timko. Red Raiders trying to make a play on it. You both Nails running over there along with Smiley. Ends up foul. So you have one out here in the inning, 2 on base. Still an 11-2 Uniontown lead. Seems like it's been a 11-2 in this game for quite some time.
That's because it has been.
Smiley again from the stretch. Next pitch to Timko. Well hit on the left side, deep to left field. Look out, that ball's gone. It's a home run. Went out the bumper of a car. Out and left, home run from Davey Timko. And the Falcons get 3 back. It's 11-5.
I might be walking back to Hopwood.
Yes.
3-run homer, nice shot, and it actually pulled it right down the line. The shortest distance to the fence. Actually hit a little car back there,
Yeah,
too.
someone's checking out their bumper.
Yep.
Probably left the nick because it was coming at a pretty good pace.
So with the 3-run homer, makes it now 11-5.
We're correct, Billy, 11-5, right? Billy says yes, 11-5, Tony.
Yeah.
And he confirms that is Hebda catching. With all
Okay.
the changes. Now you have Pelahak back at the plate.
That's why you're here, Billy.
Helping us out. First pitch to Pelahak, fouled off. I know you caught a little grief, Tony. You missed a guy on Wednesday.
Yeah, well.
Tough to see over at Laurel Highlands.
What you think? Yeah, I'd say. Windows. Windows.
Pelahak line
tough.
drive. That's
Fair
right on the
ball.
chalk. Right on the chalk line. That's going to be extra bases for Pelahak. He's heading down to second, and it's a stand-up double for Pelahak.
Perfectly placed ball. We saw the chalk fly right there.
Yep.
Nice
Kicked
shot.
up.
Yeah. So Pelahak now with his first hit of the night.
So Brownsville enter this inning down 9. They've cut it to 6. Still just 1 out. You got Pelahak in scoring position. And O'Hearn at the plate.
Had 4 hits in the first 6 innings and now 2 hits here in the 7th.
Getting to Smiley a little bit. Smiley throwing hard here, pitching for a strike to O'Hearn. Scooter trying to rally the troops.
Well, interestingly enough, too, I mean, he brought some guys off the bench and did some things that way. Obviously, the top of his order's done the damage here.
0-1 to O'Hearn, high and in tight. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, you know what? A little gives them a little confidence going into their next section game.
I agree. 1-1 now to O'Hearn. Called strike.
Nice breaking pitch there.
There's the count to 1-2.
Smiley with a little bender. Kind of froze O'Hearn.
Smiley looking for the strikeout here in the second out of the inning. 1-2 to O'Hearn. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Runner going. Throw down to third. And a good snag there from Dino. They say that ball was not caught. It was not long. Throw over to first. Not in time. They're going to say everybody's safe. They're going to say strike 3 was not caught. And you're going to get a run scored here as well off the high throw from Pelahak. Wow.
So you got a strikeout and an error. Interesting.
So still only 1 out here in the inning.
And you're right, Pelahak scores easily on the throw. Well, and he was right. I mean, the ball was dropped. And
I think
able to
Uniontown
run.
appealed. And now Scooter's down there talking to the home plate umpire.
Well, I think he's looking for a sub, I think.
Yeah,
Courtesy
okay.
runner.
Courtesy runner.
Yeah.
So it's going to count. It's another run across. You've had 4 runs scored now in the top of the 7th inning. You have the 3-run home run from Timko. And now Pelahak coming across here. So it's 11-6.
Still only 1 out.
Still only 1 out, so you're down 5. And Trenton Weibel coming to the plate.
And
Weibel, the 7th Falcon to bat here in the top of the 7th inning.
Weibel 1 for 3 on the night. Looking to pick up his second hit. Yeah, this inning a little bit sloppy by Uniontown. It's the 3rd error so far here in this 7th inning alone.
Weibel takes the first pitch for ball 1.
Kind of tossing the ball around a little bit.
Smiley set. Next pitch to Weibel.
Soup sent a text and said only 4 teams to have 14 wins, and the Pirates are one of them. He said, tell Brian to choke on that one.
Just saying, I'll believe it's April. You guys are getting all excited, and you got 5 months of baseball to play, and that one high and in tight.
You gotta be optimistic, man. Come on, gotta be.
We start the high school football season last week in August, but then we can have a conversation. If they're still in the mix, then I was wrong. If they're 21 games back,
well, then you can say, okay,
yep,
I told you so.
We can go and talk about when you guys were sending me all these messages in April doing high school baseball. Smiley missing on another one there to Weibel. Well, still just 1 out, 11-6. Brownsville's gotten 4 runs back here in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch on the way. Weibel fouls it off, staying alive.
And Smiley really kind of tough luck, has not pitched that bad, but gave up the runs. And as we said, only one of them's earned.
Correct. You thought we had the second out of the inning.
Yeah. But I mean, that home run from Timko just caught that pitch perfect.
Weibel sends this one on the ground again to Thomas at short, flips to second for one, throw back to first, not in time. They do get the lead runner retired, the courtesy runner A.J. Evans out at second. So it goes 6-4 on the fielder's choice, second out of the inning.
It's going to bring up.
That's going to be Brock Vassbinder.
Right.
Number 40 coming to the plate.
Batting in his brother's spot.
Yep. Smiley's first pitch here to Vassbinder, low and outside for ball 1. And we'll have the Red Raiders here on WMBS on Monday against Greater Latrobe. So we're back at Bailey Park. Gary Frankhauser will join me for that one. Billy's back behind the camera. We'll probably have the jackets on Monday. Expect to be a little colder. Vassbinder appeared to go around there. We're going to appeal.
Strike.
The umpire says strike, and I think that was fairly obvious.
I think it was a good call. Yeah, you might have to break out the WMBS fleece that night.
Yes.
Well, you know what?
And get a blanket from Amy's Quilt.
I was going to say from Quiltapalooza, we can see if we can get you a blanket, big boy.
Next pitch to Vassbinder, runner going, got away from the catcher Hebda. And the runner gets down to second.
Yeah, there's 40 ladies up there. I'm sure they can make you a blanket by Monday.
So that's basically all they do then for like 5 days is just
sew and talk and eat snacks, whatever they do.
I know you went up there to check it out. Was that Wednesday night?
Yes.
Went a little low again. Good block there from Hebda. And on second base is Weibel.
Everybody was having fun at Quiltapalooza.
Do your hands get tired from quilting after a while? How does that work?
I don't know. So I never asked my
bride. Does your wife come home with like swollen knuckles?
No. She doesn't have to ice her hands down or anything like that.
Pitch in there for a strike.
doesn't have all kind of needle holes in her or anything like that either. Not sprouting blood everywhere.
What we get into in a long game in the 7th.
Yeah, ain't it though?
Runner going again. Vassbinder swing and a miss. Did they catch it again? No, they didn't. They're going to have to make a throw down to first, and this time they do successfully to end the game. Your final score, Uniontown 11 and Brownsville 6. We're back to tell you all about it on our post-game show. Brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. Comes your way next here on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. So, Dom, did you hear the one about April showers bringing May flowers? Well, here at Ford of Uniontown, April showers are bringing big April savings.
And, John, how about $4,000 off on select F-Series and up to $2,500 off on select Explorers, both with interest rates as low as 0%. Save up to $4,000 on Expeditions, Broncos, Bronco Sports. Yep, we have them on the ground and more on the way. We have fresh new inventory and trades arriving daily. We are still taking factory orders, or you can pre-select an incoming unit. Let's talk pre-owned. We have cars, trucks, and SUVs. Most are certified with factory warranty and competitive rates.
You have a vehicle you just don't need? Well, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. So stop, click, or call and let us make your next purchase easy like Sunday morning. That's Ford of Uniontown, on the hill across from Applebee's or FordOfUniontown.com.
Must finance with Ford Motor Credit. Not all customers will qualify.
On the go? No time to stop? Love Peachin Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peachin Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Uniontown hangs on for an 11-6 win over Brownsville. Our postgame show being brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. Tony has your game recap.
All right, for the victorious Uniontown Red Raiders, they scored 11 runs on 15 hits. They committed 5 errors, 3 of those coming in the 7th inning, and they left 5 people on base. Hitting stars for the Mustangs, Mason Kuhn with 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Tate Musco with a couple RBIs. Christian Thomas with 3 hits, 2 hits by Clay Dean and Wyatt Nails. And the Uniontown Red Raiders with a nice offensive performance. For the Brownsville Falcons, they scored 6 runs on 6 hits. They only committed 2 errors, and they left 6 men on base. Of the 6, you had Tarpley with a hit, and the big hit was Timko's 3-run homer that actually kind of brought Brownsville back in the game a little bit. So congratulations to the Uniontown Red Raiders, and actually a pretty nice showing by Brownsville, too, later in the game as they started to get a little momentum.
Yeah, both of these teams will play back under the lights on Monday. Uniontown hosting Greater Latrobe will have the game for you. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show starting at 6:45. First pitch scheduled for 7 o'clock. Brownsville will hit the road to take on McGuffey. Red Raiders improved to 8-4 overall. They remain 5-1 in conference play. Loss drops Brownsville to 2-9. And they are still 1-7 in conference play. Time of the game tonight, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Again, your final score, Uniontown winning it over Brownsville by a score of 11-6. For Tony Hanula, Billy Dice, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studio. This is Brian Morozak, and have yourselves a pleasant evening and a fine weekend. 11-6 Red Raiders win it. So long, everybody, from Bailey Park.